but this cash out has already run quite the ways away. Zone at half HP. Atelco on one. Zone goes down. There goes Atelco and Lasky late to the
Salve, salve, gurizada. Começando mais uma livezinha. Dessa vez a gente está assistindo aqui o Campeonato Mundial do The Finals. Quis trazer aqui essa transmissão. Não sei se a gente vai tomar strike ou alguma coisa do tipo, mas eu queria acompanhar um pouco aqui, trazer para vocês, para a gente acompanhar um campeonato, para a gente assistir um pouco e ver como que os pro players jogam, como que os campeonato funciona, como que funciona. Já queria pedir para vocês não esquecer de deixar o joinha aqui, não esqueça de se inscrever no canal. E bora acompanhar um pouquinho aqui, ver se eu não vou tomar um desconect aqui. E é isso. Deixa eu aumentar um pouco aqui pra gente ouvir.
I think now they are going to do their best to try and keep Perzone as the most aggro heavy that he can be. It's the only thing they have left. Look at how close Pulsar is playing to one another. I don't think they're going to find themselves that split ever again. But Emerald Grinders now finding themselves in the same position as Pulsar was last time. They don't actually have to move this vault.
O cara joga sempre junto, né? Sempre juntinho, tipo, é todo mundo pegando informação,
Pulsar hunting, looking to see where their point of entry is going to come from.
Yeah, they're just trying to find any information. There's Nuik really out in the open. This could be their opening if they're able to get a kill on him.
Não dão a cara, viu?
A lot of damage in that. Now Atelco getting in the battle as well. Going down, almost immediately getting winched out of position.
O cara joga muito pesado, né?
They're going to try and get the res off, but it's all on Perzone. He's the last
Pesadão de 12,
he needs to get a
olha
kill
isso.
here. He does. This might be their opportunity to bring his team back into the battle, but they need to make something happen because it is still a very one-sided match. And there he goes. He has just decided to get out of dodge. Alone in Paris is going to res their teammate up. And I think that this is their opportunity to grab the vault.
Médio, pesado e leve, né?
Absolutely. Atelco has the chance to coin back in, but again, Emerald Grinders, they are winning the fights they need to. And as Atelco comes back, luckily very close, we will see Vault 2 finally.
Eu não sei se no campeonato só pode jogar médio, pesado e leve, ou se pode jogar dois pesados, não sei.
Position for Pulsar to be over here in the red rooms. They have a chance to cut them off, and Donk Rage going down to half HP is the perfect opportunity. Atelco here up top, again trying to close that gap between him and Perzone. Question is though, if Emerald Grinders dives in, are they too far apart? Looks like they actually haven't read where Emerald Grinders is coming from. Perzone, no doubt, has heard the footsteps, but doesn't matter. They do have the gateway to take them away over towards Cash Out. Now holding this ulti height, they need to not make the same mistakes, Rio.
Absolutely. This is their opportunity to bring it into one more cash out, save their potential to bring in themselves into the major. Getting some good shots from Atelco. He did deal some damage, but immediately they heal it back up. They're gooing everything off, trying to stop any advance that they can. All of Emerald Grinders right now are in the stairwell. They're trying to find an opening. They're playing it a little slow. Have some C4, breaking that goo. This will be their entry point. They took a little bit of damage on that Alone in Paris, but he immediately gets healed back up by his teammates. But again, they're in the stairwell.
Tem que ajuda na cura.
Absolutely, and Pulsar knows that healing util is going to be on cooldowns. They're going to swap to try to take that engagement, but in doing so, they don't read that Emerald has also swapped back up. You're going to be able to take this jump pad up to match the height, but the dome is definitely in favor of Emerald Grinders here. Everybody back to full health except for Pulsar. This is a rough one. Luckily for Pulsar, Cash Out still in their possession as they trade rooms back down to the board room underneath. They're on the sidelines. They're in the way. And Lasky goes down first. Nuuk going to start this steal. Double C4, possibly going to hit this drop, but wait, they don't. Emerald, they just get the steal for free. Atelco, Perzone, what are we doing?
They didn't drop it. They had the C4 on point. They could have dropped it 2 levels. Oh my God. Lasky is down. They got to bring him back up. They got to get him in this fight. Or no, they're just waiting. They're waiting 10 seconds. This is not the play. What are they doing?
If Pulsar loses this, that's it. If Pulsar loses this, that's it. And it's 30 seconds left on the cash out. Lasky's going to be coming in, and as soon as he does, they have to start. The double drop going to happen now. Perzone, he drops it one more level, given Emerald Grinders' own C4, but it's now or never. Atelco, you have to make this push. Huge difference for the RPG. Huge dome here. This is exactly what they needed. If Donk Rage goes down, Nuuk goes down. Alone in Paris is still up, but Atelco, he's here. Lasky's here. They're going to be able to get the steal. Pulsar is safe for now, and Alone in Paris He's gonna get wiped out here at Pulsar. They've got one more cash out in them.
One more cash out indeed. Pulsar are hanging on by a thread of a needle or a thread of a wire. They are barely staying in this. I cannot believe it, but I don't want to see them go out just yet. So one more cash out is what we will get to see, and it's going to be intense. I don't know which way this is going to go, Artie.
I almost feel bad that I used the backed into a corner analogy earlier because that's what that was right there. 30 seconds left. What a ballsy move to let Lasky come back in. So now, Pulsar, they do have control over this vault. With Vault 3 being in their hands, they can choose. We do see Emerald Grinders heading up on top of campus already. That's where Pulsar decides to go, but Emerald, they're here. They're not going to give them time to set up.
Yeah, the cash out has been started, and look at this. The combat is already going off. Zone taking a little bit of damage. Healed right back up by their medium healing beam, but it seems like they want to go below this. They have the opportunity to drop it. They are staying very close to each other, but now they've made the call. They want to go on this bounce pad, try and bring them fight to everybody else, chasing them down, getting some shots off, but he can't get the kill. There he goes. That's their opening, but it is still of 2 versus 2.
Yeah, Zone went down in that fight off screen as well. This 2v2, though, it definitely favors Pulsar if they're able to get the res, but Atelco is so far away. Lasky's trying to draw heat off of him, but it's going to be Emerald Grinders who gets that res first. And with that reset for the full team here, it's definitely looking a little bit rough for Pulsar. Lasky underneath, trying to make sure that he's going to have an angle to stop this steal should it come to fruition, but for Emerald Grinders, they are doing their best to start this early on. Zone comes back up. Lasky gets the res. They're jumping in now. The steal's going to go the way of Emerald Grinders. They get healed up fully. It costs them nothing. Pulsar Esports needs to make their way in. We've got 1 minute left.
Absolutely, time is ticking down. Atelco and his team need to get on it. They are at the point, but this would be such a risky steal for them to go for it. They do drop it down. They need to buy themselves a little bit of space, get one kill. Don't go directly for the steal. This is not the play to do, but they are gooing it off. There's some gas on the point as well. This might be the opportunity. They pull off of it. This is not the play. We're down to the last fourth of the cash out.
Here it is. 30 seconds remain. One of these teams will be going home, but we'll see what's going to happen now. Pulsar! They don't get this steal yet. They're going to hold on. They're just outside the range of that gas. Emerald Grinders, they think that it's not going to happen. The steal is working though. Pulsar has it. Now, Dog Range is out. Atelco would have HP. Zone down. It's just down to a 2v2. Lasky and Atelco, they're going to go up the top. But what is this? A load of bears. He's stealing. Lasky stops him. Nuo, he's holding. And Pulsar still in it. They get one more map.
Não deu tempo. Deram sorte, mano.
God. All right, but if this shows anything, it's why Pulsar are here. It's why they can come back, and they have one more opportunity to do it.
Meu Deus do céu.
Chills.
Yeah. How does one even begin speaking after what we've just witnessed? I somehow ran out of breath while being silent, just gasping for air, trying to keep track of what was happening as we look at all the highlights. It's absolutely insane. We saw so many last-second moments. We saw a 30-second remaining on the clock steal when they were just waiting for Lasky coming back in to get it. And then we see this last one going back and forth 2 times, 2 sneaky steals behind the wall. It goes all the way down to the timer. And, I mean, we did not have any more time to play on. We had no more cash outs to go. We're 1-1 tying out the series. And I think we're going to see 3 cash outs in the 3rd game as well.
Yeah, and honestly, at that last second, that winch claw by Emerald Grinders almost pulled it into that building and almost into that gas as well. If they would have pulled it just a smidge more, that would have been it. It would have been GG for Pulsar. So by just a breath, by a miracle, Pulsar are in this.
I just can't believe that Pulsar has found themselves 30 seconds from midnight twice in one game.
Top campeonato assistir assim é massa, né? Quando eu jogava o clube, eu assistia muitos campeonatos
able to pull that off.
Speechless is the word to go for, I believe. And again, we find ourselves with games that just come down all the way to the wire. Like you said, 30 seconds to midnight, twice in one game. We find ourselves going 1-1, both previous games going all 3 cash outs. We're going to map 3. And it really comes down to this. You know, we have a team now fighting for their survival. Both teams fighting for their survival in the final game of the final best of 3. On map 3, after 3 cash outs, we're all 2 maps before it. I'm as lost as my notes out this point.
O cara tá jogando de leve, o outro tá jogando de pesado, e o outro tá jogando de médio. Cara, cada sabe fazer o que é preciso no momento preciso.
This is just to survive into phase 2.
Yeah, so
Eu admiro
Pulsar
os caras
still have an
assim,
uphill battle if they
profissionalmente.
make it through. This is just
Na verdade, eles são
insane, but honestly,
uma
it really
galerinha, né? Mas
showcases why these
esses
two teams are
times
here. They are
provavelmente
top-level
são
teams. The
patrocinados, entendeu?
gameplay is intense.
São
I
times já
love
que já
how at
jogam
the edge of
mesmo,
my seat, I
entendeu?
literally am.
Profissionalmente.
I'm watching
E aí
with
recebe
just
patrocínio
so
para tentar
much
ganhar uma
energy,
grana,
so
entendeu?
much is happening, and it is just so much fun. And I can't wait to see what map 3
Não
is
sei
going to be
quanto
like.
que tá,
Yeah,
quanto tá
I have no
pagando.
idea if this chair was this wobbly when Artie was still on it, or it
Major
became wobbly when I started
define.
wobbling on it, but I am almost falling off the chair consistently. What an absolute game.
Acho
Any
que
final words before we
$100,
open
né?
map 3?
Alguma coisa
Well,
assim.
I mean, if I hit a blood pressure PR on map 2, I don't know what's going to happen on map 3.
Maybe we blow the cap right off. Anyways, we're heading into map 3 for some more castings, more games. Last chance for both these teams. My
Agora
friends,
é
let's get to
a saideira final, né?
And we will get started with
Vai
these
ser
two
show
teams. The
dessa
last chance for each of them to stay in this bracket. We will be saying goodbye
Bem
to one
entrosado.
of them as we
$100
get started
isso mesmo.
on Burnout.
Foggy, misty, a haze has come over the arena in the same way a haze has clouded the minds of both of these teams. This has to be the most stressed either these teams have ever been. And immediately, Emerald Grinders, they turn the stress into aggression. We start off with Pulsar getting taken away from their own vault that they were rushing into. Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, Telco just got wiped immediately in that battle. He didn't know what hit him, and then he was down. So really good start for Emerald Grinders. They get the tap on the vault.
Hey, I thought that in final round we weren't supposed to have any game show modifiers here. Why is meteor showers happening immediately? It's just Telco gets hit by a meteor that is no
Pesado já
off
rushou,
the
o
rip.
outro já ficou segurando na
That
cura.
is a great way of putting it because he did get hit by a meteor, and
Quando
now
ele
they are
recua, o
setting
outro já
up.
ajuda
Emerald
a
Grinders
curar.
have the vault. They haven't grabbed it just yet.
Vão
They
matar os
maybe want
três,
to wait
né,
for this first
juntinho.
engagement. They do spot
Como
Last
Saraiva,
out,
né?
and he does deal a little bit of damage, and Perzone taking some
Perzone,
damage as well.
intuitivo.
They're having to push themselves a little bit back off to the corner of this map. Now they're going through a gateway. They want to bring this fight directly to Pulsar, getting some shots off. Nice shots from the LH1, but Telco brings him down. There's 2 kills for Zone, and there's a third one. All right, they are revved up and ready for fighting.
O que eu acho louco
I
é
mean,
os caras
1
conseguirem
HP
acompanhar
and
o cara
a
no
dream
ar,
for
assim,
Zone, but that
eles
is
sprintem.
the Pulsar way. I mean, what an explosive battle immediately, though. Donk Rage found bullets coming at him from every single angle. Nuok as well, unable to clear it. What a great hold from Pulsar up on that rooftop. They're gonna get this plug on a cash out B over to the sidelines, and for now, as Emerald Grinders respawns, they're gonna have to figure out how to deal with this height.
Yeah, and watching them, they winch clawed out. They didn't get it off of the building, but it did get it out into a little bit of more open area, and they do still have the potential to drop it. So it's a good spot for them to be in as all of Emerald Grinders are starting to make their approach. We see them trying to spread out just a little bit. It looks like their light player went off to the right. Maybe they're creating more of a pincher formation. They want to try and find any opening that they can to really bring down this fortification by Pulsar.
They're looking for an opportunity to use a pad RPG fight here. Oh, not a pad, it's going to be a gateway. Wait, it's a fake gateway. They fake this over here so that the entirety of Pulsar is going to be looking eastward towards it. But the attack is coming from the west. See what's gonna happen now. Emerald Grinders, they're gonna take the long way up there. Last game, he's taken out immediately by the LH1. Telco and Perzone, they're gonna be on the back foot there. They swap locations. For now, Donk Rage, he's still alive. But the trade comes through as Lone in Paris is taken out. So is Perzone, just down to a Telco. He can't get the res. EMG. They're gonna get this fight here. They're gonna be able to get this flip. There's about less than 1 minute left for Pulsar when they come back.
It really seems that if Emerald Grinders are able to get 1 kill and maintain all 3 of their teammates, it's over. It seems like that turns the battle, and this is where it happened right there. Lasky got caught out mid-air by that LH1.
Precisão do cara em acertar o cara no ar, mano, é muito louco.
Love to see it, but boy, this is starting to look not so great for Pulsar Esports.
I mean, EMG is pulling everything out of the bag right now. I mean, I didn't expect to see a fake TP immediately, but hey, Pulsar's done this before. They're about to do it, see if they can do it again. 20 seconds on that cash out. They're gonna make this fight as fast as they can, but Alone in Paris, he's not going down. He is just making sure that he can kite off the sidelines. Pulsar knows there's no way they're gonna be able to get this here. Nuok dives onto the point here. Lasky's taken out. Telco, 1 HP, he's out as well. Perzone finds 1, finds 2. He couldn't find another, he doesn't. That cash out's gonna go to Emerald Grinders, and once again, Pulsar Esports is 1 cash out away from elimination.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I wanted. I wanted to see how far this can go. These two teams have been battling it out, and this could be the last cash out. Vault 2 is spawned on the top of the cathedral. One of the more difficult locations to really get to, because as soon as you get up there, you do have a nice vantage point, but everybody can see where you are. So I'm curious to see who gets there first. It does look like Emerald Grinders are really kind of making their way over there. But again, now it seems like a gateway, and boom, now all Pulsar Esports are up there.
Yeah, beautiful motions here. As soon as they respawn, they make their way up. For now, though, having this height, and not only that, but they have the entirety of the map behind them. Emerald Grinders, they know this. They're going to, instead of moving for that vault, they're going to move for an advantageous position, but it's going to be difficult for them to get in between Cash Out A and Pulsar Esports. Lone and Paris trying to take an angle off the sidelines as well. Donk Rage tries to use that LH1 from the opposing height across the street. But Cash Out A sitting on top of the Assault Hotels. Emerald Grinders knows that's where Pulsar needs to go.
Absolutely. There's that LH1 trying to bring Lasky down. Bring it down to just one bar. It's a little bit of shots off in Perzone's way as well. So it's really doing good damage with this LH1 Donk Rage, showing that he has the good positioning, and this might be what changes the entire battle between these two teams.
We're here on the Assault Hotels.
Pulsar,
they start off with this plug.
Lasky
taking some damage there from Donk Rage. Lone Paris goes down to half. Nuok super aggro. It's actually going to be pulling some heat off of his teammates from the sidelines there, but look at how aggressive Nuok is. Lone Paris, though, he's going to go out. Lasky finds a good angle to the side. Donk Rage unable to clap back in the same way. They're going to try to let Lone Paris coin in.
Yeah, this is a regroup, pull off, re-go at this. You have time. It'll be better than your team doesn't quite. So 15 seconds on the clock before they can get their teammate back in there. And we are watching now as Pulsar Esports is just doing the setup. They seem to be watching more towards the north. I don't know if they're ready for the advance from the south. So kind of looking the wrong direction, but again, they still have plenty of time. But now all of the Emerald Grinders are back up.
Ele limita nível de
Donk Rage do another fake TP, but it's going to come down to this. There genuinely could just be one more team fight left, but see what happens. Pulsar does have a good advantage.
Não aparenta ser hack, porque ele deixa nível, tipo assim, como se a bala pegasse aqui lateral também, entendeu?
They're on ulti height. They know that
Até
they're playing for the
salvei o
drop
vídeo,
there.
tá lá no meu
C4, drop it
Discord.
down to the bottom immediately. Pulsar, that's their cue to move. It drops twice down. Looks to hold the seal, he gets pushed off.
Hoje em dia,
Zone,
cara, os
taking the
caras
angle
são
to the side.
muito
Telco
pilantras,
goes up to
entendeu?
the side here on
eu
this
acho que
alleyway. Oh no, he's caught out! Telco down, no defense remained for Pulsar Esports. This could be it, last game. He's on top, he stays alive. Zone needs to try to find a way in. He's just hiding, he's playing for this stall.
Cara, que ele nunca
All
erra.
he needs
Ele
to do
sempre
is
tá
stall the
jogando
steal. He drops at the top. He's
perfeitamente.
gonna be able to get the witch
Mano, é muito
kidnap.
suspeito.
There's good damage
Porque o
on
ser
no,
humano,
no,
ele
for Zone.
tem
He
uma
goes
margem,
down, it's up to
cara,
last
por mais que
game.
você seja
Only
o
10
mais-
seconds
o mais
remain.
problema
Last game can do it.
possível,
Wait,
cara.
the goo, did that stall him
Você
out?
tem uma margem
There's a
falha.
way in, there's a way out.
Entendeu?
The Wolf, he's gonna hold it. Did they get it? Pulsar Esports is wiped out.
Oh my god! The Emerald Grinders have taken it. Pulsar Esports are no more. Our signed team is gone. Not coming to the major, but the Emerald Grinders are still in
aparece
the
só a mão
bracket.
dele. Ele não mostra o
Wow.
rosto. Ele usa
What
uma...
a matchup, Artie.
What an absolutely insane game once again, and once again all these last second moments, that's still happening the very last second, milliseconds left on that steal, and it goes through anyways. And there's so many pivotal matches in this game, like we see right here, the LH1 picking up last along to set up and steal that, and the LH1 used in general being absolutely devious this entire game, and so many
Isso
important
mesmo,
picks
aparece só a mão, né, que usa uma luva preta assim, né?
but
Não é a
we
mesma
are
que
in
jogou ali o Battlefield, todo mundo acusou de hack?
massive situation right now, and we are saying farewell to our first team of this entire tournament, and we are also saying congratulations to
Eu acho
EG,
que
who are
essa aí,
still fighting for their
todo mundo
chance.
acusou de hack lá no
Absolute
Battlefield 6.
congratulations to Emerald Grinders for a great showing here. And I mean, look at
Não, é uma
this.
mulher
Nuok
também,
and
do
Donk Rage
BF6.
doing phenomenal. And Alone in Paris showing that they could play medium at the
É que
absolute
os caras não tinham informação e estavam falando que era um cara, entendeu? Mas na real é uma mulher
For
asiática, não sei
Telco,
de onde
for
ela
Zone
é.
last game, this has to hurt, but that's the game. That's esports, baby. And, well, at least for Emerald Grinders, they can, well, rest up for a little bit before phase 2.
Indeed, they get a couple, maybe an hour or so to rest up and enjoy, you know, being onwards in this marathon. But to be honest, this just means that you're looking down the barrel of mile 96 on a 200-mile journey. It is far from over, except of course for Pulsar. Rio, how are we doing?
I'm trying not to cry. Like, genuinely. Like, this is the team that I have watched for almost 2 years. They have come so far. They are some of my favorite players. My heart breaks for them. They've played their hearts out, and you know what? They might just have to set their sights on the second.
Se a equipe estiver bem sincronizada e cada fizer bem
That's
seu
the place you gotta
trabalho,
be
dá pra
right now.
jogar
You
bem.
gotta have a mentality that allows you to just accept the loss. In Swedish we say bryt ihop och bryt again. You know, break down and then come back stronger. That's all you gotta do. You know, take the evening, be sad, and then come back stronger. Expect to see the boys screaming on Monday again, to be honest. Looking forward to the next one. Terrifying situation, to be honest, but here we are.
Here we are. I mean, seriously, it's hard to, like, not be full of tears right now. I mean, Atelco being such a pillar of the community, having hosted the first ever finals LAN.
Atelco. Yep.
And, I mean, it is just an absolute crazy storyline that we have for you tonight. And there's going to be even more, I guess, Oscar, because this is the very first elim of many more.
Insane way, we enter the day with 16 teams, and for the first time in this entire day, we now find ourselves with less than that, being down to only 15. But hey, it's a long journey to go from that to the next thing. And speaking of the next thing, we are actually about to go straight into the action again to find out what other team we're saying farewell to, and what other team is making it through to phase 2. The action never stops.
If you've been active on Twitter recently,
And it
you've
looks
probably
like our
seen
two teams are going to be Team
Ela foi acusada de
AFK
hack
and
aqui, pô,
Gorillas.
aqui, ó, no
Great lineups on
BF6.
both of these, some really well-known players from both, so this could be a really good lineup. But again, one of them will be continuing on, and one of them will
esse
say
mesmo,
bye.
pô.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Gorillas, Airshoe, and Strike, well-known in the community,
Absolutely.
same way Kimboff is as well.
Aqueles
Team
treinam
AFK,
flick, né?
I mean, they've come up through the open qualifiers. They had a lot to prove.
Yeah.
I guess now is the time to prove it.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely. I mean, it comes down to the wire. It doesn't get down. I mean, there's no other moment to prove yourself like a moment like this when everything's on the line. But not only is there money on the line, not only is there a trip to Stockholm, to the Stockholm Major at DreamHack on the line, but it's also right now staying in the tournament. And with that, let's take a look at what we'll be playing.
Nem olhei ali a
Arden,
descrição.
do you want to do the honors?
Absolutely. I mean, Gorilla is going to be banning Bernal here as Team AFK bans out Sis Horizon. We see AFK banning out Vegas as Gorillas ban Seoul.
Tudo
Gorillas
que você treinar,
start
você
off with
vai
Fortune
fazer bem, né?
Sting.
Mas é o que eu te
Second
falei,
up, it's going to be
entendeu?
Monaco here for
Por
Team
mais
AFK. The
que
third,
você
should we find it
treine,
there?
treine,
It's going to be
treine,
Nozomi,
treine,
Citadel.
treine,
Three
você vai
absolute
ter uma margem
bangers
de erro,
of
não
maps.
adianta. Mesmo que
100%.
seja
And I
de
know I haven't been paying as
2%,
much
mas tu
attention
vai
as
ter
you
uma
guys have,
margem
or
de erro.
professionals, but is this going to be
Entendeu?
the first
Porque
time
é ser
that
humano.
we see Monaco today?
Agora, quando é uma máquina,
Is
nunca
it
erra,
really?
mano.
Wait,
Quando é a
I think
máquina
it
que tá
is. It is,
jogando
right?
pra tu,
Yeah.
entendeu?
Wait,
Você
you're
nunca vai
right.
errar.
This means
Então,
we're
se o
going to be in
cara
a situation
nunca
where
erra,
actually
aí tu
7 out of 8
faz
maps
parte.
in the current competitive tool will have been played, which just speaks to the absolute, I mean, balance of the maps right now, the fun of the maps, and the attractiveness of the maps. Insane to actually see so many maps featured already on this day. I'm just excited to see Monaco. That's the OG.
Oh, yeah.
And we just got a report that Wingit just won.
Wingit has won their final round
Are
after
you
their
kidding?
4 cash-out game.
Just as a quick
okay.
explainer, because you guys are probably seeing
Cut
why
to
there's
the what?
elimination games are happening right now. We are fixing the bracket stuff in the background, but essentially the teams that lost their first cash-out match were playing against each other off-stream. And the team that had won all the way
mas tipo
and
assim,
their final
agora vamos
round
lá.
is Wingit.
Beleza.
So Wingit will be going to phase
Ela
2
joga
of the
vários
bracket, which
FPS.
we'll catch up with you guys
Só que
later.
qual que é o
But this
FPS
is
que ela
absolutely
joga,
unprecedented.
de fato?
Plop on the bow and the sword, if you guys were
Yes,
wondering earlier.
bow and sword.
The bow and sword combo is still alive here in the
Qual que é o
Grand
jogo
Major,
principal
and this
que ela
is
joga? Tem
insane.
algum ou
So,
não? Ou joga todos?
I am so ready. Caroline, this is
Yes,
insane.
I know, I'm
Normalmente,
losing it.
quando a
I
pessoa
don't, I
fica
can hardly
pulando de
breathe.
jogo
I'm
em
sitting
jogo
at
em
the edge
jogo
of my
em jogo em
chair,
jogo,
scared that it's going to roll
ela
away
só
from me,
treina
because this is
pra
just
fazer
too much
aquele
to
clique
take in.
perfeito.
I have my laptop notes here, so I'm just going to quickly tell you guys as context. They beat Citadel.
Oh.
So that's how that match went. It was Citadel and Wingit that proceeded. AFK and Gorillas did not. And yeah, that's just insane.
That
Não,
is
com
the
certeza.
finals.
Se
Yes.
você
Anyway, let's take
treina,
it
sua
back. Let's
margem
get
de
the
erro
show
vai
on the
ser bem
road.
menor,
I am ready to
claro.
see this next elimination game.
Sua margem de erro é
But
mínima.
nothing makes
Mas é
sense
isso que eu tô
anymore.
falando
It's
pra
a lyric
você.
to some
Ainda
song.
existe a margem
But
de
here
erro,
we are. I
entendeu?
mean,
É diferente
we
do cara
find
que nunca
ourselves
erra.
a minute out of
entendeu?
seeing Gorillas
Se
and Team
você tá
AFK
jogando
fighting
uma
out for
partida,
survival. At the same
é
time,
igual
we
um
get
CS,
news
mano. Igual um
that Top
CS.
Barn Somali Hawk,
No CS é o principal lugar que
Randy
pega rádio.
somehow through
E os
in the
caras
close
falam que é
qualifiers to
top, que
phase
é
2,
top.
running their heavy light
Entendeu?
setup that features a sword and
Vamos
a
lá.
bow.
Você
What an
joga CS.
absolutely insane
Você
development.
é
A team that
uma
literally calls
patente
themselves
alta
Wing It. And I have some insider
Aí você
information
tá
here as well
jogando
about that
contra
team.
o cara. De repente,
Plopper
o cara
actually
não erra.
discovered
O
these
cara
guys
não-
about a week before the open qualifier.
Yeah.
They have played
Sempre
a
tem uma
total of
precisão
6
absurda,
ranked
sempre
games
tá
together
com-
in total. And when I
Não
called
passa
him
à
earlier this
frente
week
de
and
todo
said, hey,
mundo.
you're playing
Tu
this
já
weekend in the
começa
close, he
a
said,
ficar
oh, I need
desconfiado.
to re-add them on Discord. We haven't played since the open.
Eu sei qual
And now
que é
they
o
find
Winers.
themselves in phase 2 of the close qualifiers
Então,
of
tipo, você já
EMEA.
fica meio com uma pulga
I
atrás
don't
da
know.
orelha.
Absolutely.
Então,
If
automaticamente,
anybody
você vai
says
começar
anything
a
about melee or bow,
expectar
I'm
aquela
going to
pessoa.
link them this.
Yeah.
Pra ver,
Because
entendeu?
every
Por
single
que
person
que ela
has been, oh,
tem
why
uma precisão
can't I use
absurda,
sled?
não
Why
erra
can't I
nada,
use sword?
tipo, sempre tá
You can
um
use
passo à
sled,
frente.
you can use sword,
Not
you
only
can
can
use
you
bow.
use it,
Claro que existe
You
as
can
pessoas
win.
que treinam.
You can
entendeu?
get
Com
further than
certeza.
Pulsar
Mas você pode ver.
Esports with it.
Too soon.
That stings. It really stings. I don't know why, but it
Nesse
does.
período de, vamos supor, de
This is
3 em 3 anos, sempre
It
aparece um pro player,
truly
entendeu?
is.
É
But
o
you know
cara
what?
que
I
treina, é o
love
cara
that.
que
It
joga
speaks
todo
to
dia, é o cara que fica
truly
ali.
what I've been
Na verdade, é o
wanting
cara
for this
que dá a
entire
vida pelo,
time.
pelo
I wanted a
FPS,
team
entendeu?
that I had no experience with. People that I had never
Isso,
seen
é
before
aquele que
come
dá a
onto
vida,
the scene
tipo, ele
and shows that, hey,
sacrifica.
all
Ele
you
tem
people that
tempo
have
pra
been in the scene
jogar,
for a bit,
ele
hey,
não
we're
precisa
here,
trabalhar,
watch
ele
out,
não
we
precisa...
are here
Tem
to
alguém
fight.
que sustenta
And
ele, tem alguém que
I
paga a
love
luz,
it.
tem alguém que
I
paga
really
água, tem alguém
love
que
it.
paga
It is so
as
beautiful,
contas,
and I think I
entendeu?
saw a comment earlier
Então,
today because I was
ele
looking
tem
at the
tempo
company
pra
Slack
fazer
channels,
isso,
right? I was reading through the
entendeu?
comments from the people watching from the office, and I saw one of them go,
Só joga e
these
não
are my
treina a
goals.
mira,
I
isso
love
mesmo.
seeing an
O que
an
mais tem é
unconventional
isso,
setup.
cara.
And
O
now
que
we're here
mais
with it
tem
over
é
too.
isso.
But we've talked,
Os
didn't
caras
settle that
só
enough. We have
entram
another important
pra
game ahead of
jogar.
us as we're seeing the fate of Team AFK and Team Gorillas. One of them goes home,
Isso,
one of
os
them
caras só entram
moves
pra
on.
jogar.
And
Bora lá,
right now, I'm
final
gonna
é
sit back
Gorillas
down,
e
hand over to my friends already in Rio. Let's head in game
Tinha
and
essa.
see what happens.
Absolutely. We got dynamism in the maps. We got dynamism in the picks of what weapons, what specializations. We got dynamism in the bracket.
And you know what? We get my favorite map to start this series off. Fortune Stadium. I feel like this is a treat to myself because we're going to see who continues in this bracket and who we're going to say
Vamos pegar a informação aqui pra gente jogar
I'm so
melhor.
excited to cast my first Fortune Stadium of the day with you.
Beleza.
Yeah, I
Eu
wish
vou-
I had fortunes. That's
eu
the
vou
only thing that I
pesquisar isso
didn't
aí.
prepare. But hey, when we get back to the community streams, I'll bring them back. But look at this. We have the revolver in play again. Already some good shots hitting off by
Olha.
Mr. Fabi Apple. Fabi Appy.
The little iron on his hip.
Yeah.
To be able to tap that first vault there. Now the question is, for these cash outs
Ela é
being in Sector
especial.
4,
Merece
cash
mais
out ending in
reconhecimento, com
Sector 2.
certeza.
Where is it headed? Gorillas, oh, I like this. Strike is actually pre-placing
Eu
the
tiro o
gateway
chapéu pra
to get
jogador
a
pro
quick
player,
rotation should the
Eu tiro o
vault head
chapéu
over
mesmo pra quem
B.
joga pra
But
caralho.
now, we are going to be checking this out. Does seem Team AFK is headed to B. I don't think they saw
Tiro o chapéu,
Strike
entendeu?
try to make it his way
Mas assim,
over, so
eu
it actually will be
fico
Gorillas
puto
being able to
dos
rotate
hacks
a lot quicker
safados
than AFK is
mascarar em
expecting.
cima dos pro
Yeah,
players,
they
entendeu?
will be
A pessoa que tá
basically
limpa.
on their heels, but this cash out will get started at cash out B. I love this one. Tons of opportunities to drop it,
Jamais
tons
vou
of
tirar o mérito
opportunities
de
to
uma pessoa
manipulate
que
it.
treina, que
And
joga bem
honestly,
pra
this whole
caralho.
arena
Eu só
area is
fico
just set up
puto do
so
cara
cool.
cheatado,
But wow,
belíssimo.
now we're watching as the Gorillas are starting their
Junto com o
approach.
pro player se
RPC went off, didn't really
disfarçando.
connect with anybody. Some heals going off by the Infuser, keeping his teammates nice and healthy. Team AFK really set up to kite this perfectly.
Oh yeah, no, here's the Deagles dealing a lot of damage there. Sick, almost goes out. He's gonna have to take a breath over the sideline here.
Isso,
That's
quem
a
joga de
solid
verdade,
not
isso
healing
mesmo.
you till the
Porque
team back
hoje em
up.
dia
There's
ninguém
you.
pode jogar
First
bem.
to go away.
Ninguém pode jogar bem
Howdo
que tá
finding a
cheatado.
great opportunity
Mas é o
to
que eu falei pra
M11.
você.
Baby
Tem
Happy.
que ser analisado.
See,
Tem margem
get
de
close
erro.
enough to get the finishing
O
shot
ser
on the
humano
stick.
tem uma
But
margem de
stick,
erro.
he's gonna peek without
Por mais
even being
que
at full HP.
eu
There's
gosto
2
da
bars
precisão
remain.
daquele
There
cara.
he is.
O cara
One
tava
player
tirando.
remains. Strike. And that's
Tava
be 3
mirando o cara no
strikes.
ar,
He's
lembra?
out. Team
Dando os tiros
AFK. They're in
sequencial.
control.
Ele teve uma
Cash out
margem
B
de
for
erro, ele
now.
errou um
Yeah,
tiro.
it really
Se
seemed
fosse
like they were in
hack, já não
full
erraria
control
nenhum.
of that entire fight. I
Ia dar
didn't see
todos
them
os tiros
waver a
certeiros,
little bit. They
entendeu?
might have lost
Então,
one teammate, but they
nessas
got him
coisas que a
right
gente
back
tem que
up.
se
And
atentar,
honestly,
entendeu?
that's a really
cara
good
joga bem pra
performance by
caralho,
this
entendeu?
team. So now they just have to hold
Tá
on
no
for 8
Campeonato
more
Mundial,
seconds
né?
until they respawn, come back into it. Yeah, we're getting a nice little
Então, tipo
replay
assim,
here.
tudo tem que
There's
ser
that winch
analisado.
claw.
Às vezes,
Didn't
quando a gente
connect with
fala,
anybody.
cara
He's
chega a ser
trying to get some
suspeito,
shots
porque
off with
o cara
that
joga
revolver.
bem pra caralho,
Didn't
entendeu?
work just yet, but as soon as they pop out, boom, there's one, and it all goes down to strike.
Alrighty, Gorilla is going to be taking this approach from underneath here. You see, this is where I would start destroying those silver poles. But we're going to see them move in thusly.
Então, dois
DMAT
pesados,
being
dois
used. Both
pesados
teams
no meio.
running DMAT.
Yeah,
No heal being on this approach. LH1 here in hand, but damage traded through. Kimboff first to go down here. AFK down a player at a critical moment in this fight. Gorilla is going to be starting the steal, but they're not able to close it out. Doesn't matter. Snaky's going to be able to stop that. Doesn't get dropped here, but wait, they get the steal. Baby Happy takes out Airshoe before getting traded through by Sick, but Gorillas, they got the steal. That's going to be a Gorillas cash out.
Yeah, and that was really on Sick because he was able to get that winch claw, pull him out of position, and that just turned the battle for AFK. They now got wiped, and they're going to have to lick their wounds, figure out another strategy, since the Gorillas are looking pretty good. We're going to get a nice little replay there. There's that winch claw I was talking about. Pulls them out, deletes their light player, and yeah, that just secures them that cash.
Yeah, not only the winch claw, but also just eating all the bullets. That's how you body block. And for now, Gorillas, they're going to be able to proc vault too. Question is, for the next cash outs, who has the better rotations planned? Team AFK, we know they know how to pre-place a lot of util. Nice D-Mat! He knows exactly where they're coming up from, and that early damage is going to force Team AFK out the sidelines. Looks like maybe Gorillas, they're going to try to escape with that vault.
Yeah, not really grabbing it right now. Everybody wants to engage in each other, but it seems like they're taking some good damage. Airshoe taking a little bit brunt damage to himself. Going into the stairwell, probably not the best option, but hey, nobody's really gone for the vault just yet. Things have slowed down just a little bit. Maybe they're starting to realize the weight of the situation here and what they have to do to really get out.
Mais essa câmera da primeira pessoa.
Goodness, we're super zoomed in to see this vault. Beautiful shot of vault, I will say. But Gorillas, they're taking this fight absolutely as they should. Caudo going to run his way over to the Engimo building and over here to the recreation of Soul's data center. We'll see AFK actually opt to take the fight early off the sidelines here for Gorillas. They take no damage. Pad placed, RPG pad, Ape is going to happen. Baby Ape, he goes down first. Kimboff follows soon after. Now Caudo has the chance to plug this, but why would you? Instead, we're going to see Caudo, as zoomed in as he is, going to try to find the opportunity to throw that away the right moment. There it is.
Yeah, he's bought himself a ton of time, but boy, what an interesting way to do this. But yeah, now he gets wiped. The vault is way over there. They're going to have to scramble to get it, and pretty much by the time they get there, they should have bought themselves enough time to spawn back in. But I gotta say, Gorillas looking really strong. Team AFK seem like they're struggling to really find a breakthrough through these defenses.
Oh, and Gorillas, they were able to use that same gateway, but no, they're not going to Engimo. They're taking it to Hospital. So even though, yeah, Team AFK, well, they're going to be right ready to respawn here. This is a close approach because before they actually get the plug, wait a second, Team AFK, they could cut them off. They do. Team AFK, they're going to be landing before Strike even gets a chance. This is a good opportunity for Team AFK here as they take the jump pad up to the very top. Six still finds the first shots onto a Kimboff. Already, Team AFK take this approach without their heavy. Baby AP, no chance to find the opportunity to get that res. Six tries to follow through. Baby AP getting chunked out with the SA-12-16s. Caudo already finds himself removed. Baby AP somehow still alive, but I think he's not long for this world, Rio. There it goes.
There it is. Yeah, sad to see, but boy, the tracking from Sick with that SA shotgun, truly one of the best I've seen so far today. That was just lethal, and yeah, it is really turning the tide of this battle. Gorillas looking very strong. Maybe it's a map thing. Maybe they just love Fortune as much as I do, and they just really have the best strategies on it, but I don't know, Artie, what do you change if you're Team AFK?
I mean, come back to the keyboard at some point, but at the same time, they have lost pretty much every team fight, except for one. They won one team fight at the very beginning of the game. And for now, I mean, obviously it's the first map of a best of 3, so there is still a lot to learn. But they do have this approach right. Sending Caudo all the way over, and well, as soon as this gateway hits, the question is, will they be able to get this approach on the Gorillas and clear out one player at a time? They're going to be dropping this cash out here, clearing the C4 off it. Good start. Here we go. They found Strike off the sidelines, but can you find Airshoe and Sick? It's going to be Caudo who actually starts to bait here, baiting Strike and Airshoe back to the point. They will bait them, but are they ready for it? There we go, Sick going to get chunked out immediately. Huge damage from the Deagles. Kimboff, though, has to take sidelines here as Baby AP goes down. Caudo chunking away. No HP remains. Strike, Airshoe, Sick, they're all up. Strike goes down. It's 1v2. Can he get the finish off to Sick? Can he get his finish? He does, but Airshoe still beside. But they haven't gotten the steal. Wait, they haven't gotten the steal yet. Team AFK, you still have to do one more thing. Wait a second, that's Gorillas. They've just taken map 1.
Yeah, Gorillas done it. That was a little bit of an interesting performance towards the end, but yeah, the Gorillas have taken it, and I'm a little bit speechless. It seems that they were just fumbling just every opportunity. AFK just could not come out on top of the Gorillas.
I mean, Kaudo has proven that they can take this fight. He almost won a 1v3, but you also have to steal the cash down there.
It was always one of those weird moments where, as I watched this, I was just completely certain that they had already stolen the cash out. Exactly like I was watching this, they had already stolen it, I had to complete the 1v3, and then as it took to an end, it's almost like the players also realized that, like, wait a minute, this cash isn't stolen at all. And they almost paused their engagement, realizing that, yeah, we're out of time. Here we are.
They looked at each other for a second, it was like, wait, I still lose.
but I did everything.
Sim, com certeza.
We pull up the score screen, and what are we looking at here? We're looking at a very, dominant is one word, but it's 50,000 2-0, and a first map goes in hand of Gorillas. And I will say that they also did win, as I pointed out, every team except the first one. So you have to call it a decisive victory.
Ninguém nunca viu aqui.
I want to give that last team fight to Team Air.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Is that fair? Chat, let me know if you agree with me, but for now, we're still going to another bit.
We are indeed the number 2 of potentially 3, but for now, talk about having your backs against the wall. Team AFK find themselves a single map away from elimination, and at the same time, Team Gorillas are finding themselves a single map away from 9 hours more of the finals. Which is a reward in itself. Who doesn't better off in the finals?
E esse jogo aqui
I want you
é
to
o
be real for
mesmo
just a moment.
sistema. Você vê,
What else
os
would they have done with
personagens
their
são até
Saturday other than
parecidos.
play the finals for 18 hours? I've seen these players stream.
Maybe they watch the
2007,
finals.
o ano de lançamento do game.
If you don't play the finals, maybe you watch the finals. If you don't watch the finals, play the finals. Maybe you're sleeping and dreaming about the finals. And if you're not doing that, maybe you're just stuck in the finals. Either way, I think all these players do is the finals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm wondering how many times you can say the finals basically in one sentence.
I am intending to say it so many times that I forget what it means. But with that said, I'm starting to hear some music cue up in the back of my head. A little bit of soundtrack going, which I think means that we're about to head into game 2. A very decisive match, a match of great importance. One stays, one goes home. I go back off air. You two keep going. It's match 2, everything on the line. Take it away, my friends.
Thank you so much, Oscar. Schnaubin himself about to get through here this next one. And Rio, we're about to see if possibly Team Gorillas can reach the Phase 2.
Absolutely, and getting started on Monaco for the first time today. You love to see it. You hope if you're an AFK fan that they're able to find some footing. Maybe this is their map, but honestly, the Gorillas have looked good so far. But with that, Vault 1 has been spawned. Nobody's going for the tap, and Monaco is really known for what we're seeing right now, rooftop battles. You wait until you poke your teammate or your enemy and find a little bit of an opening, and that is the chance you take and you swarm.
Esse filme aqui, ó, jogador número 1. Ele pegou referência desse filme também. Aqui, ó. Porque as moedas, quando o jogador morre no filme lá, as moedas caem tudo no chão, entendeu? E esse filme é aquele de 2018, ó.
Off the side in, is that the park off of Grandma's house?
Desse jogo também. Tem muita coisa também assim, visual desse filme, entendeu? No jogo, muita coisa visual. É muito top, muito top. Tipo assim, o The Finals foi um jogo projetado com várias referências de várias outras coisas. Nunca vi esse filme.
This is a slow way to go at this, and I think that's probably the best thing that AFK can do. Find their opening, find their way in, and just don't fumble it. This is what they have to do to really get in there. But with that said, Gorillas have taken this cash out. They're going to get it started on B. B is a fun one because you can drop it a ton, but it's super close quarters once you get inside that.
Yeah, exactly. And that being said, though, Airshoot is running DMAT. They could pull this out over towards Pocket Park, and genuinely, fighting on flat top could be a detriment to them, but Strike is running LH1. This actually is a favorable setup to them. But Team AFK, they've made a desse aí vai enfrentar quem ganhou o outro. And genuinely, if they play this well, I could see it working, but what is this? They're just hunkering down all the goo in the world being thrown on this building. And they're playing under, they're playing with this drop field.
Yeah, absolutely, but they do have Strike a little bit away from his team, and this is a great way to just stall and kite as much as they can. And look at that, they're not even going for him. They want to go directly onto this cash out. And this might be the play. They're trying to drop it. The engagement is starting right now. The witch clock gets pulled out. One goes down immediately. Baby AB going down a lot, trying to stay in this battle, but he gets wiped as well. The last person on AFK gets down as well, and Gorillas are continuing to look like the strong team.
Yeah, I mean, that is perfect positioning every single second. And hey, Strike, yeah, he played super far away, but he got the LH1. He forced AFK right into the palm of Airshoe and 6. So, a great start to this for them. AFK still has one good approach left on this cash out. See if they're going to be able to take it. They spawn close enough to be able to use this. Now, the question is, will they take this team fight early, or will they try to go for a cheeky steal? There's the pad, there's the dash, here's the gateway. Cowdo makes his way inside, 30 seconds on the clock. See if they've got it in them. Akimboff trying to see if he can scout the first side, but Sig, Airshoe, Strike, none of them are giving any quarter. They are not allowing this fight to happen. Strike has an angle from the other building. There's no way that they can even start the steal if they wanted to. Team AFK, they're being held off the point, being dono-walled. Sig actually ends his own life because he doesn't need to be here. But wait a second, Team AFK, they're holding it. And they can't do it. Gorillas gets the first cash out here, Rio.
Yeah, it's a really convincing performance, honestly, in the way that Strike was set on the other building is impressive. The battle is still continuing here, but it's more of an ego battle. Whoever takes it doesn't get any prize, but still, at the end of the day, AFK finally got a wipe. They got a wipe on the Gorillas, so a little bit of promise there. Maybe they can take that energy and really just kind of roll with it, kind of build up that momentum and start to steamroll. That's what you hope anyway, if you are a fan of Team AFK. Vault 2 has been spawned, and they're making their way there.
Absolutely, but for Akimboff, Fabiapi, and Cowdo, they're one cash out away from elimination. Beautiful shots here from Akimboff. The question is, can he keep them coming? Can we win a team fight at a time that matters, Rio?
It's all going to come down to it. We might be one cash out away from the Gorillas continuing on. We get a nice little dancing penguin. Okay, production. Yeah, I see you.
I see you. Vault 2 going to be spawning here. Pocket Park over near the corner, sponsored by Trentilla. It's real fruit, but better. We're going to see a real vault fight, but better. If Team AFK can hold this height and try to get Gorillas to push first. But again, Gorillas having won the first cash out, they technically don't need to make a move here at all.
Yeah, and things have slowed down, as already said. And you know what? We're looking at the nice new buildings from Trentilla. I wasn't a huge fan of the green at first, but it's really grown on me. And you know, we're just waiting for somebody to make a move.
I like it.
That was a pun. I'm glad you caught it. Thank you.
Absolutely, and just like a lot of tendrils after getting some GMO tiger fruit, everything is thrown on me here as we see Team AFK. They lose the Kimboff immediately. Strike, Airshoe, Stick down to 1 HP each, but it doesn't matter. They're going to win that fight over against Cowdo. Baby, he's looking for the opportunity to get a defib, but he's running away. 23 seconds for the coin for Cowdo, and well, they'll try again soon, Rio.
Yeah, this is an interesting play. I would maybe just wipe, let them get the plug, and then go for the offensive play. I just think that they're playing this just a little sloppily, but maybe they have one more opportunity. But with that, the Gorillas have started it, and they have started the potential for them to end it here and continue in the bracket.
Absolutely. Phase 2, 2 minutes away for Gorillas, but an entire 2 cash outs and 1 more map away for Team AFK. One team decidedly closer than the other, but look at this. They send it out to the sidelines here, and in the alleyway, it's going to give Gorillas a big opportunity, especially given the fact that they know that Team AFK, well, they're probably going to go down and bait them onto the point, which is going to happen now. But no, wait, Kimboff, he's actually just trading over the other building. Nope, here it is. Possibly. Drop it down. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is really interesting of the setup. They're trying to find any opening that they can, but they haven't found a kill yet. And there goes Baby AB just going down immediately. This is not good for Team AFK as they need to bring him back into this battle, but Akimbo is taking a lot of damage. It goes down as well. They're going to try and get a res, but no, they can't. And all of the Gorillas are back in this battle trying to get the last light member down, but they're at halfway through the cash out already. It's almost over.
Another time that Team AFK survives, 1 contestant left, but it's difficult. Because for Kimboff, after they come back, 10 seconds. Oh no, Cowdo gets what? That's it. We'll see what happens now. We've got Airshoe and Sick and Strike holding on to this cash out for them. This is all they need. Fabi, AP, and a Kimboff, they're going to be back here. Cowdo now 20 seconds remain, but that's all that's left on the cash out. They have to make this push without him.
Yeah.
Are they going to? They have to.
What are they doing? Are they waiting 9 seconds? Are they really going to wait for this last second push? This is intense. Time is running down. They have to dive on this point if they want to do anything, or have they just contested it? Have they just given up and ready to go on?
And as they go into the point, Gorillas, they realize that that's all they need to do here. Team AFK, they start the steal. They're not going to be able to finish it. For now, Team Gorillas, they have progressed over to phase 2. We bid Team AFK an absolutely timely farewell here on Monaco, but what a game for the Gorillas.
Indeed, what a game for the Gorillas. I mean, they take the series 2-0 pretty, you know, with a lot of confidence as well. And unfortunately, that means the end of the road for Team AFK, who now get to, I suppose, live up to their names and step away from the keyboard for a moment. However, Gorillas are just getting started. We have another 68.5 hours left of the final tonight before we get to go home. Some fantastic replays happening on screen right now. I just love the replay package to begin with. Just like taking a look at what happened and led up to this moment. A lot of awkward fights in these staircases. In fact, I saw one of Grandma's chimneys. I thought I saw Neon Guts head poke out of it right there, hoping it was gonna, you know, coin flip that building. It looks like it didn't. So that's all great. And just here, the final last push that just happened a little too late, and maybe it was even a little too little.
Na verdade, a gente já vive
as we see Gorillas taking on the series.
já vive numa cultura, uma sociedade obcecada por fama digital, né? A gente já vive nisso. Todo mundo que faz live,
I mean, to make it all the way to the closed qualifiers is not to diminish all the hard work they've done to put in.
que posta nas redes sociais já é obcecado por fama digital. Então, o jogo meio que passa uma realidade do futuro, velho, que vai provavelmente acontecer. Entendeu? Porque, tipo assim,
And that is something to talk about as well.
É quase isso, entendeu? Tipo assim, no mundo que a gente vive, daqui um dia vai surgir algum meio de entretenimento extremamente revolucionário. Todo mundo vai ficar doido, porque essa ideia da realidade virtual, de um torneio, de uma coisa assim, ela tá muito forte. Tá nos filmes, tá nos jogos, tá no tudo. Então isso pode realmente ser criado, entendeu? Que vocês não vê o GTA RP, os caras entram lá, velho, vai trabalhar lá, velho, vai ser médico, vai ser...
But don't go anywhere. We will be back right after this break.
Mano, o Pix tá aparecendo aqui, deixa eu tirar esse Pix aqui, cara.
Progress. Naturally you want it. Naturally we provide it. We refine instinct, polish doubt,
Isso só não foi possível ainda. Então, tipo assim, na hora que inventarem alguma coisa,
a version of you that doesn't question, doesn't falter, only moves forward
possa ser um entretenimento superior a tudo que a gente conhece como futebol, Copa do Mundo, né, no caso, MMA, essas coisas assim, tipo, vai ser surreal, mano. É tipo assim, igual aquele filme, você lembra daquele, não sei se você já ouviu falar daquele filme, eu esqueci, só sei o nome do filme, eu sei que é aquele cara que ele fica lutando e o robô luta lá dentro da arena lá. Esqueci o nome do filme. Mas, tipo, imagina um cenário desse, entendeu? Uma realidade virtual onde tem esse tipo de combate, entendeu? Combate gigantesco. Imagina tu num estádio vendo 2 robôs lutando lá no meio do campo, mano. E pedaço de aço voando e aquela coisa. Trem explodindo. Então, é uma coisa extremamente absurda, entendeu? Então, vai muito dinheiro, é claro, né? O cara montar um robô, imagina. Por isso que ainda estamos só na realidade virtual, né? Só o cenário virtual, né? Mas o poder de você controlar um personagem dentro de uma realidade e poder gerar fama, gerar skins, gerar um status lá dentro é gigantesco. Com certeza. Ali esse negócio que você me mandou ali. Sabe o que acontece? Eu diminuí tantas letrinhas, tá tudo pequenininha. flick, né, pô? Esse negócio de flick, puxa pra lá, puxa pra cá, puxa pra lá, puxa pra cá. Esse aqui é o vídeo, né? Você fala, né? É muito spray, né, velho? Olha isso. Olha isso. Olha a precisão. Tá doido. É uma precisão absurda, principalmente de AKM, tá ligado? É surreal. Aqui, ó, aqui dá pra tu ver a margem de erro. Aqui, se eu voltar um pouco aqui, tu vê a margem de erro. Como eu faço pra diminuir a velocidade? Até tentar isso acontecer. Tu viu a margem de erro? É aí que eu falo pra tu, ó. Tipo, quando o cara é hack, você percebe, você vê que não tem margem de erro. Mas quando o cara não é hack, você vê a margem de erro, entendeu? Automaticamente, o cara que joga, sim, o cara que joga é extremamente mínimo, sim. Mas o cara que joga FPS há muito tempo, ele percebe a margem de erro, entendeu? Ele percebe que não é hack, entendeu? Então você vê que outras pessoas não vê. Ó, reajuste, entendeu? Tipo, ela reajustou ali quando o cara pulou, entendeu? Porque quando é o hack, a mira já automática, ó, tá vendo?
Welcome back, everyone, from that break. What a series of games
baixou na perna, baixou pra baixo, baixou pra cima, baixou e subiu a mira, você viu? A todo momento, não é uma mira cravada no cara.
One final game of cash out. And here to explain is why that makes
sense. A todo momento a mira
and why
tá
we're
assim,
paying
ó,
what we're paying.
entendeu?
We're
Tá
going
em
to deliver
movimento.
everything over, the camera
Só que tem aquele
included, right
negócio
over
da
to
curva
fix
que eu te
the
falei
QUERO
também,
for a bit of an
entendeu?
explanation.
Aquela curva que não deixa...
Yo! Thank you so much, Oscar. So, of course, so far, Carol, this has been pretty, confusing, of course.
Very confusing and exciting.
It's fine, but we're gonna together, hopefully, right? We're gonna explain why the heck we're at this stage right now, because, of course, we are now at the end of Phase 1.
Got it. Good. I was a little unsure, but now I feel more confident.
And I want to say thank you to production. We have managed to get this all fixed and ready to go. So I'm gonna stand up the stance right here. I have this wire that's attached to me. There you go. And hopefully we can get the Phase 1 bracket up on the screen.
Or we
it's
don't
a lie.
do it.
Guess what? I just wasted your time. So guess what? Your time has been wasted and you're going straight back to Oscar.
Eu costumava pensar...
The long and short of the entire thing is that we're gonna go straight into this game, because here's the thing, these teams now have fought through various games of cash out of 3v3, and now we're actually down to the final 4 teams that need to decide whether they're heading into Phase 2 or if they're heading home. And Luke, would you note for me if I'm correct or wrong, 2 of these teams are going to Phase 2 and 2 of these teams are going home. And that's all she wrote, that's all we need to know. We're gonna start getting into a game right here, because we're finding out which 2 teams are taking a ticket back home and which 2 teams are taking a ticket to more games today to eventually, maybe, perhaps someday, hopefully for them, punch a ticket through to the Grand Major.
Absolutely. Take a look at that bracket here. Here's the matchup. Emerald Grinders, Tweakers, Gorillas, and Citadel Gaming. Last 4 have no idea what awaits them in Phase 2.
Yeah, and just looking at this lineup, we have seen really good performances from every one of these teams. There is a reason that they're in this elimination match, and they have played really well. Honestly, though, probably the strongest team, the one with the most confidence, I would go for Gorillas. Artie's pointing at Emerald Grinders, but from the last performance, the Gorillas were doing great.
Emerald Grinders knocked out Pulsar
Yes,
Esports.
they did, but did you, yeah, okay.
That is a fair point. That is a fair point. However, Gorillas very dominant at what they just did. And to be fair, you can look at this list and talk about every single one on here. They've all done something to deserve to be here, and they're not out just yet. But for 2 of these teams, it will be a one-way ticket back home. And for 2 of them, there's more of the finals on the line. My pick, however, has to be Tweakers.
Oh, wow.
I am the wrench in the wheel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picking Emerald Grinders here. I think Emerald Grinders, Citadel. Those are my two. You have to pick two. What's your two?
Citadel Tweakers.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I have Gorillas and Tweakers.
Nobody thinks that the team that took out Pulsar Esports.
This is our way to figure out who actually has, the caster curse and who does not have it. Because when we find out which make it and which don't, we're gonna know who's cursing who. And that's the entire time. They didn't know that, but I fooled them into it. Anyways, can someone take a look at these maps and explain it to them? Because I don't have my glasses and I can't see the pictures.
Yeah, well, Gorillas has taken out Bernal. We don't want that here. Emerald Grinders said no to Soul. Everyone's saying no to Soul today. Citadel Gaming says no to Monaco. Tweakers, absolutely not on Vegas. The randomized map pick for our first cash out is going to be on Cis Horizon.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Anyways, great to see that. Fun map to see play. We've seen it quite a bit, though, today. And every time I look at that, I think I'm looking at Nozomi, which I am not, so it gets me confused. I'm not great with these colors and shapes. It's why I never graduated from 3rd grade. But I am happy to say that that's not needed to be where I am right now. And, yeah, shout out to my middle school teacher.
That's a great way to talk about these teams. Middle school and teachers, yeah. But with that, I am just amazed that we're going to be losing 2 of these guys. 2 of these guys will not be continuing on, and that'll be it. So it's going to be heartbreaking if you are a fan of either of these teams that go away. But with that, there are 2 more that continue on the day, and I can't wait to see who goes on.
Yeah, 2 competitors, 2 teams reduced to Twitch chatters. It's a very, very difficult situation to be in.
What a horrible way to put it, but absolutely true. And I mean, if losing 1 team was heartbreak, losing 2 is twice the heartbreak. So we're heading in double heartbreak right here. And we're actually going to 100% more heartbreak than we already had. Sitting down the bracket, all the way down to the last standing 12. 4 already through, that makes it 8. We'll find out soon which 8 teams are actually fighting it through in phase 2 for those last 2 tickets.
Crazy that it's going to come down to that. I mean, I have been seeing what this bracket is for the longest time now, looking at it, looking at how it's structured.
Yep.
And it did not hit me, the full weight of it, until the first team qualified, and just, there really are only 2 slots left for the vast majority of this. And I cannot believe how impactful these matches have been and how impactful this next one's going to be.
Oh my God, it's just been a bloodbath, and it's only going to get more and more intense as we lose more and more teams going into phase 2. But I'm hearing some game music.
We are indeed. I believe it's time to take a look at the final, maybe most coin carnage game of all, an elimination game in cash out. My friends, take it away.
Coin carnage early.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to get started into this match. If you are a fan of any of these teams, please let it be known in chat. Show them your love. There's 2 of them going on. As we get started,
Eu vi esse vídeo aparecendo recomendado. Então, esse, você viu ali?
Cash out.
It's such a
Então,
dirty phrase. It honestly is.
I feel gross.
Pra tu ver, tipo
We're
assim,
going to
olha
be
lá,
starting
você
off
tá
with
vendo
Citadel Gaming versus Tweakers fighting over Vault 2. Very, very interesting starters. Both these teams realize who it is they're coming up against.
Aqui, ó,
Both these
a bala não vai
teams,
sair desse
varying levels of
nível,
aggression about them.
nem
And
desse
for
nível,
now, it does seem Tweakers
nem
is
desse
backed up into
nível,
a
nem
corner.
desse nível.
Looks
Então,
like
se o cara
Citadel
tiver
Gaming
nesse
gets the
campo,
first pick.
vai
They're going to get the
acertar.
second as well.
Se o cara tiver
Mac
nesse
1
campo, vai acertar.
live takes an RPG shot. Citadel
Agora
live for
vamos
now.
ver a play do
Just
cara.
holding on, and there is Mac taking on more damage, and finally the Tweakers get wiped. On the other side of things, the Emerald Grinders have gone down as well, and the Vaults are in control of both of the teams, Citadel Gaming and the Gorillas. But for a second, we have to pause, because something has happened.
CNS, stop meddling
Ó,
in
tá
our
vendo
affairs.
o
But we will
negocinho
listen to
vermelho
you,
puxando ali embaixo, ó?
CNS. Very happy with that.
Well, and I love that,
Tempo
like, every time we've paused today, somebody has been mid-air. This time, we get Strike, mid-bounce pad, look at that, and he has the Vault in hand as well. It's a really cinematic pose. And now, he just bounced forward a little bit, and now he looks like he has very, very tiny arms.
Wait, did they just unpause and repause very quickly?
What happened? Why are his arms so tiny?
Wait a second. Hold on. I think I know what's happening.
E o cara,
So,
tipo
when
assim,
you pause
eu
a game like this,
não dei
it's
like
not
lá no que eu
actually
vi, porque o
fully
cara,
paused.
eu
It
acho que
is
ele
still
vende o
technically
rápido.
going at just 0.00001. And because he's also
Mas-
mid-dash,
Basicamente é isso, entendeu?
he
Já
is,
deu pra tu
everybody
ver
is still
mais ou
technically
menos
moving
como
a
que
little. You can only
funciona.
tell when they're in mid-air. That's so
Deu pra
interesting. Oh, here we
entender
go.
mais ou menos
Players
como
reconnected. CNS has been kicked out again via chips updated. We'll jump back into it here.
Absolutely, and the teams have brought the cash outs to the, or brought the vaults to the cash outs, and they're getting them started. This is a great opportunity because it looks like the Emerald Grinders have spawned right next to the Citadel Gaming, so we will see a clash happen in almost a second.
Oh yeah, starting here, cash out A, Citadel Gaming, they have a really great position for it, but Emerald Grinders, they're not here to mess around. Nuok gonna start off early, taking out Samco Box. That's going to be a very good opening pick here. On the other side of the map on campus, Strike and Airshoe, they pick up two. Even though Sick is down, Gorillas definitely have an advantage here as Tweakers get wiped away. Gorillas looks very stable on this point, but coming back over to cash out A, Emerald Grinders, they're mid-steal. The steal actually going to be committed, stuck through. Citadel Gaming now on the attack themselves, and they have no idea how Emerald Grinders got away from this, but now the drop is going to prevent Citadel from holding that steal. But it's Nuok that goes down first. Cartones, he's actually going to stay alive. Samco Box as well, but still EMG's box, Rio.
It is a back and forth here. We saw two steals happen right after each other, and they are just trying to stay in the high ground. The Emerald Grinders have it, but they don't have all of their teammates. Now they're able to coin back in, and this will be really advantageous for them. And watching the approach now by Citadel Gaming and Nuke, he's regrouping up with his teammates, but look at this. The cash out is being stolen, and oh no, we're getting a replay.
Oh, we're back in. We're back in. See what's going to happen now. Citadel looking to see exactly where this fight's coming. Cartones, he's going to get eliminated first here. Nuok holding the steal through. Wait, no, he's going to get kidnapped away, but now Tweakers is here. It's a third party. Third party central. Citadel Gaming, they are going to be able to bring Cartones back. Samco Box not going to get that same fate here. For now, though, Tweakers, they're trying to do what they can to hold the steal, but Emerald Gaming, Emerald Grinders, they're stopping this out. Citadel somehow still owns this box. Tweakers get removed. Emerald Grinders, they're going to try to hold this through, but wait, they really are going to have a hard time. There they go. Okay, they get the steal here for free. Gorillas, they have theirs on the other side of the map. Rio, it's chaos already. First two cash outs, done and dusted.
Absolutely. Chaos is a perfect way of summing up what we just saw. All three teams clashed all at once. That SA shotgun was in so many faces and just deleting them left and right. It's really fun to see as everybody just panics on that point, and you just never know which way it's going to go. But looking at this, both teams are making their advance towards the vault. Vault 3 has been tapped, but immediately they're stuck into an engagement. The Gorillas are here. They're ready to just delete anybody in their path. They're getting a lot of good shots off on Citadel Gaming, but a res on the other side of things is come off on the Tweakers. They're getting back up and healed up, but there is an assist on Lovely, bringing them down. Citadel Gaming is down to just one person remaining.
I mean, looking at the cash, Tweakers, they are in a bad spot right now, especially given the fact that the bottom two teams here, they don't qualify for the final round.
Ooh,
they're gone.
On top of that, Citadel Gaming just got wiped as well, and that does hurt their bottom line.
Yeah, bank account absolutely crying. But Tweakers, they know what they need to do here. They're locked in. Gorillas actually on the backside of this fight here. They're going to lose Strike early on, but Tweakers not going to be for free here. As Mac 1 gets removed, they trade through with Airshoe. Dina is looking for the opportunity to get this shot out onto Sick. They do manage to take this here, only losing one player in the process. They still have to get that plug. Over to the other side, Emerald Grinders, Nuok, he's going to get the plug there over to cash out C.
Yeah, interesting that the Gorillas finally got wiped. They weren't able to hold control of that cash out, but Emerald Grinders now have gotten the plug on C. They're going to the height advantage. This is one of the best spots in the entire map for them to be, but on the other side, Cartones just gets 2 kills on Dins and Kigo, and immediately they're going to go for the steal. This is a perfect opportunity for them to grab it and really set up here. This cash out is a very strong one and a very hard one to steal back again. So we're going to turn our attention to cash out C, as it looks like Strike and the Gorillas are making their advance on the Emerald Grinders.
Oh yeah, here we go. Airshoe cuts noise here. Emerald Grinders holding them from the ultimate height here on top of Workspace, but it's going to be a very interesting approach here for Gorillas, depending on if they're able to pull that cash out away. It looks like they weren't able to do so. Instead, just baiting out a little bit of util from EMG. EMG still holds up top. They have not given any way yet in the quarter. For now, though, Strike, he actually finds an early shot onto Nuok. That's going to be huge. Gorillas, they're going to take this opportunity to go in. A nice utilization of the DMAT. They know that their opponents don't have that. That's going to be a free steal for the Gorillas here. And Emerald Grinders, even though they do manage to take out Strike, they are still now trying to figure out how to come back from this. On the other side, though, Citadel, they're about to lose theirs to Tweakers, but no. Tweakers, wait, Tweakers did get the steal, but it's
They had to bounce almost immediately in that fight. They're trying to stay in control of it, but they are getting chased down. And boy, that tracking was amazing. Can they hold on for a little bit left with only one person remaining? We're turning our attention to Cash Out C as it's running down. The Emerald Grinders are getting the steal. Are they able to hold it? They just need to hold for one more second. They grab it. Now they have to hold this point for just about 20 seconds. But all of Gorillas are here, and they are aggressive. All of the teammates are up, but they need to make a move right now if the Gorillas want to get this steal. The Emerald Grinders are looking pretty. They've got the height advantage. They've got everything. They can see down below an RPG in the hand as well. They just need to hold on for a few more seconds.
Yeah, Gorillas, though, they're trying to get that pick on Nuo. It's not going to happen, though. We're going to be able to see picture-in-picture to the other side as well. It is chaos here. Everything matters, and for now, it's going to be the first cash out go to Citadel Gaming. The other one going to Emerald Grinders, and honestly, if there's any time to finish this team fight, it is now. Gorillas, you need to wipe EMG, but they haven't. And for now, if you look at your cash, Emerald Grinders, in theory, is top 2. They should be able to hold on to this no matter what happens, as long as they don't get wiped. Tweakers, on the other hand, at danger of elimination. We've got 2 minutes remaining, possibly another 1 minute. To be EMG that taps 6, taking away another 1,000 from the teams that didn't get close enough fast enough.
Yep, just buying their lead just a little bit, one at a time, but all of the Tweakers are here. This is the team that if you're rooting for, they have to make something change right now. Get some cash, get some plugs, do anything you can to stay on top of moving our attention to the Gorillas. They have taken this vault and are going to plug it into Cash Out A, and everything is going to get started. This could potentially be our last 2 cash outs. This will decide what teams go on and what teams are eliminated here and now.
EMG, they're going for the double. They know they have to go for the double. They have their eyes set on it. Wait a second, no, are they just deciding, hey, we're just gonna play this super safe? They don't want to go for this double yet. So for Gorillas, this is phenomenal. This is exactly what they wanted over here on the office side of the map. But Tweakers, they got money on their mind. But Citadel Gaming has their mind on money as well. Gonna see what's gonna happen as soon as this third party starts. Who's going to be the first to take the first shot?
Yeah, and this cash out is in such a position that I think that the Emerald Grinders have just taken the vault and they don't want to have it plugged. They just want to get it out of position, and they are controlling it, ensuring that they are going to move on to this next round. So the entire attention turns to the last 3 teams as they're about to swarm onto this cash out. It is in control of the Gorillas. If they're able to hold on, they will be moving on. But if they lose this cash out, they are gone. No more Gorillas in this match. Cash out is halfway done, and we're gonna see who takes it, Artie.
1 minute to go on this cash out here. Everything relies on this fight. Citadel Gaming, Emerald Grinders, Gorillas. Only one will make it through in the third party of eliminations. Emerald Grinders actually about to come through as well. They can help any team they decide. They can choose. We're gonna see Gorillas actually losing a little bit of control here. Citadel Gaming, they're gonna go for the steal. They should be able to, because as soon as Gorillas tries to make the approach, Emerald Grinders from behind, they're gonna deal some damage. Here we go. The cash out, though, it's not flipped. They're trying to commit to that steal yet again. Emerald Grinders taking out Gorillas from the back. The steal, it's gonna hit Citadel Gaming now in control. Gorillas is wiped. There's no chance they can come back. Gorillas eliminated. Tweakers, though, they're about to come in as well. Tweakers is holding to the steal. Are they gonna be able to do it? Citadel just out of Sephiroth box. He's trying to get Tweakers, they hold the steal! Tweakers and Emerald Grinders, they're gonna be progressing on next! And Citadel Gaming eliminated another signed org! Gone out of the qualifiers!
I'm speechless. I'm speechless. They did it in the last second. They were able to grab that steal, and the Tweakers move on. They were at the bottom for the entire match, and the last second take it back. That is what the finals is all about.
If anything spells the finals, it is last second moments, and just that moment of saying, hey, anything can happen in the finals, and we have it happen right here. From last place to second place. Has a cash out ever been that important for this crew? I do not believe so, as that team is what cements them as still part of this competition. They get to play more today. They get to still fight for a chance to go to Stockholm. So for the 2 other teams, for Gorillas and for Citadel Gaming, we are bidding them farewell for now. The other teams move on.
Speechless.
Yeah, absolutely insane. I think this was the first time today, maybe, that I saw both of you actively jumping while screaming. We left the voice of reason behind. We no longer had words.
É top, eu também joguei. Olha lá o pesado, olha essa hora foi massa. Olha lá ele, ó. Todo mundo atirando nele, cara. O roxo, o rosa, ó. E ele bem de boa, agachando e levantando.
That was the third party worth $100,000.
Eu joguei com ela já também, pô.
Right.
That's
a perfect way of putting it. The stakes were so high, and somehow the tweakers found themselves in a perfect position to just worm their way in there. I thought the Gorillas had that, but the white right at the end.
And Gorillas did have that if Emerald Grinders just stayed on the other side of the map. I can guarantee you that every player on Emerald Grinders is getting blocked on Discord by the players on Gorillas. That is the third party heard around the arena.
It absolutely is, and like you say, it's monumental. Emerald Grinders there towards the end opted to not even plug that second cash out. They didn't want to start a second cash out. They didn't even want to double it. They said, we're going to control this box until time runs out and we feel safe. Putting them in that situation where they own the scales of fate, and they played that role beautifully, interacting exactly when they needed, dictating the fate a bit, and they said, hey, we want to see these guys move on, and those guys moved on, and I've lost all my names.
Yeah, no, that was the performance of a lifetime. I think Artie said it well. That was the $100,000 third party. We may never see anything like that again, but what a performance. I can't believe we lost 2 teams from that and signed teams as well. It's just, it breaks my heart. But man, some of these lower teams, some of these unknown teams are coming out of the woodworks.
They are just gone. I think we just heard 2 absolutely disgusting phrases. We've heard elimination cash out match. And then we also heard the $100,000 third party. And those 2 words, I know, are going straight on Thix's resume after all this is over. But for now, we need to talk a little bit more before we hand it over to the guys. But until we go over to the weather station, Harvey, what is there to say about this match?
I will never be upset about losing a game of cash out ever again because I just saw the most detrimental game of cash out of my entire life.
Stakes could have been higher, the stakes weren't higher, the stakes can never be higher, at least not until now in the history of the finals. And we've said speeches a bunch of times, but maybe Rio, any words of wisdom?
I think that we have said everything that can be said about this matchup. It was weird, it was messy, and honestly, 2 teams progressed and 2 just went home, and that kind of breaks my heart, but we got to get rid of some more in Phase 2.
That's just what the finals is all about. Some people advance, some people go home. And in this case, we know exactly which teams are moving on to Phase 2. And like on cue, I've been notified, a little voice in my ear, that Phase 2 bracket is ready. And it's time to throw it back over to Thixie and Cora for the weather.
I don't know why it's going over to us because we are still going to be culminating and deciding. So thank you, Oscar, for being professional as always.
Yes,
that's why you have your own thing. But Caroline, what do you think of the damn games you've seen so far?
I mean, the whole day, I've just been breathless. There's so much going on. And I mean, I expected this to be an amazing show with amazing talents and gamers, but this level of surprises and last-second steals.
Yes. Exactly. So that's pretty much that. I won't be able to do the graphics because we're still waiting.
The graphics are ready.
No, you don't understand what I'm doing. You don't understand what I'm doing. So we're going to have to bring it back to Oscar. Thank you, Oscar, by the way. And yeah, sorry, guys. We have to bring it back. Sorry.
Thank you.
I am being actively sabotaged.
Coroas suecas, ó. 629 coroas suecas.
I've been hearing back and forth the graphics are done, the graphics are not done, and now we have head referee actively pulling at his phone, pulling out his secondary and tertiary phone, making phone calls left, right, and center. I believe he might be talking straight to Scotty and June at this point in time, but I believe instead of telling you what's happening, we're going to build a little bit of suspense and instead head into that 30-minute break that allows the talent here to have some food and allows all of us to enjoy a can of Ospius, maybe sit our legs down and take a breather. And we will be back in a moment longer than the moments before. We're talking about a 30-minute break. Don't go anywhere. But if you go anywhere, go to the bathroom, go to the fridge, grab a snack, grab an Ospius, maybe grab grandma, get it down on the couch to watch Phase 2, because we will be back with way more than finals just after this break.
É real que é um lixo, realmente. Eu acho que vale cada centavo. Porque uma camisa nada ali, tu vai pagar ali 280, 250 pontos, uma camisa, uma blusa, qualquer uma blusa de frio ali. Aí tipo uma blusa específica dessa, né, cara? Mas isso aqui acaba se tornando caro, cara, por causa do imposto de importação. Isso aqui é só o valor lá. Ainda tem o imposto de importação, ainda tem o frete. Mano, isso aqui vai pra 600 pila, brincando. O passe de batalha do jogo é $29, sim. É, realmente. Uma merda isso, a gente pagar 200 conto num passe, né? Ó, vixe, meia hora, tá intervalo agora. Galera, daqui a pouco eu vou ter que sair. À noite eu volto pra live, continuo ali. À noite a gente faz uma livezinha ali. Escolheu meu horário 9h30 ou 9 horas. E a gente conversa mais sobre isso. Beleza? Eu tenho que fazer umas coisas pessoal. Mano, todo mundo, cara, é só pra nós da América do Sul, mano. América do Sul, a gente tá na merda com o jogo, velho. A gente tá na merda. Mas assim, eles dão valor pra gente, cara, porque mesmo assim eu compro o passe, pô. Eu comprei a porra do passe, entendeu? Eu comprei a porra do passe, mano. Comprei a Season 7 e comprei a Season 8, entendeu? E gastei tudo as minhas moedas, entendeu? E gastei tudo as minhas moedas. Eu vou gastando tudo, tô nem aí. Mano, tipo assim, eu em 3 meses você gastar 47 conto, eu não acho caro. Eu comprei o passe prêmio só, não comprei o Supremo. Eu acho que em 3 meses você gastar 47 conto não é muita coisa, cara. Tem que ter muita gente que não é a realidade deles, né, cara? Chega no mês ali que não tem, vai fazer o quê? Brasileiro, do americano ali, que tá fazendo de tudo pra comprar carne, pra almoçar amanhã, vai gastar dinheiro que passa. Não, eu não comprei o Supremo. Eu não comprei porque eu, tipo assim, no meu ponto de vista, né, eu não achei que compensava pra mim, nesse momento, pagar o Supremo, até porque não sabia se eu ia continuar jogando The Finals, entendeu? Não sabia se eu ia continuar. E, tipo assim, querendo ou não, o jogo é muito bom, não tenho que reclamar do jogo. Mas, como eu jogo em live, isso dificulta muito a gameplay. E o jogo é competitivo e acaba te frustrando você ficar perdendo, entendeu? Isso acaba te frustrando. Tipo, pô, um jogo competitivo, mano, é trocação franca, é time, é equipe, aquela coisa, trocação. Tu não quer perder, mano. Entendeu? Então é chato você ficar perdendo. Então automaticamente você começa a meio que desanimar, entendeu? Não pelo fato de perder sempre, mas pelo fato também de ficar repetitivo, entendeu? Aquela coisa, sempre a mesma coisa. Que perder faz parte do jogo. Quantos caras profissionais aí tá perdendo também, entendeu? Então, fica muito repetitivo, a mesma coisa, entendeu? Tipo, só ganhar a skin do passe, entendeu? Só ganhar a skin do passe, pô. Não sei se tá sendo claro. Eu acho que tinha que ter alguma coisinha, entendeu? Uma coisinha a mais, um detalhezinho. O jogo já é top, entendeu? Mas eu acho que tipo, aquela cereja, entendeu? Em cima assim, ó. Pra quê? Pra você ter tipo... vamos supor... sei lá, tipo, se eles conseguissem fazer um comércio tipo igual do CS, tipo, as skins são top, mano. E essa skin tinha que ser só sua. Tipo, o cara quiser comprar uma skin daquela, ele vai ter que pagar um absurdo, entendeu? Então, tipo, fazer um mercado disso, alguma coisa, entendeu? Ou então você ter um nível de melhoramento de personagem, entendeu? Conseguir melhorar a velocidade, mas porém você perde a força. Então, tipo, esse tipo de atributo não fosse assim dado de graça, entendeu? Você tinha que ir conseguindo conforme você for jogando, porque fica tão repetitivo que você não fica em busca de nada, você só fica entrando e jogando, entendeu? Não sei se você consegue me entender. Eu jogava um jogo chinês chamado Badlander. O jogo era mobile, velho. Aí ele foi pro PC. O jogo era extremamente simples, mas extremamente complexo. Então, o que eu quero dizer com isso? A gameplay era simples. Você entrava no mapa, trocava tiro, tinha os itens branco, verde, azul, roxo e dourado. Então, você coletava itens, entendeu? Você coletava itens no mapa e você fabricava equipamentos raros dentro do seu inventário para poder você entrar no mapa full blindado. E esses equipamentos, se você morria no mapa, ele ficava lá, outro cara pegava e ele levava seu equipamento embora. Então, tipo, era tipo um Tarkov, mas só que tinha esse nível de criação, entendeu? Você conseguia upar seu equipamento. As suas armas, mano, tinha silenciador, tinha compensador que você conseguia dar dano adicional de 10%. Tinha pente recarregável com 50 balas, com bala perfurante, bala incendiária. Então tudo você conseguia melhorar no equipamento. Então tinha nível de partida que você era um deus dentro da partida. Mas você poderia morrer para qualquer um, entendeu? Se os caras jogassem bem. Então, assim, era muito top o jogo, só que tinha essa cereja, entendeu? O jogo tinha isso. Você ficava no menu, tu ficava horas ali, ó, mexendo no inventário, fazendo arma, fazendo as coisas, entendeu? Essa a cereja que é top, entendeu? Todos os jogos seguem esse estilo, vai ficar repetitivo, já não é mais a novidade. Cada jogo tem seu estilo. Claro, cada jogo tem seu estilo, mas é isso que eu tô falando pra você. Tipo assim, se ele não criar, tipo assim, uma coisa pra você fazer no menu, vai ficar repetitivo. Porque vamos supor, eu tô no menu ali, eu vou só mudar a roupa do personagem, vou só botar a skin na arma, vou só ficar criando 300 personagens com roupa diferente. Isso que eu tô querendo te dizer, entendeu? Tipo assim, eu acho que tinha que ter alguma coisinha a mais ali no menu, entendeu? Vamos supor, tô esperando um amigo vir, entendeu? Eu queria melhorar essa arma, queria trocar a mira, botar mais mira, botar compensador, botar pente, carregador estendido, tipo, punho, tipo, fazer algumas coisinhas pra deixar o jogo um pouco mais interativo no menu, entendeu? Pra tu ter, tipo, um pouco, 10% de mira, mas 5% a menos de recuo. Você ia perder o recuo, você ia melhorar, vamos supor, a precisão vertical, mas ia ter dificuldade na horizontal. Essas coisas, entendeu? Customização não é o foco igual em outros jogos. É a partida. Não todos teriam o mesmo nome. O foco do jogo é a partida. Customização não é. Mas você não tá entendendo o que eu tô querendo te dizer. Eu tô querendo dizer que o jogo tinha que mudar. Eu tô dizendo que tá faltou uma coisinha pra atrair mais gente. Não sei se você consegue me entender. Porque assim, beleza, todos os jogos têm seu estilo. E todos os jogos que manteve seu estilo, que não agradou muita gente, fechou. Entendeu? Então você limita muito o campo de pessoas que você pode alcançar. Você pode alcançar muito mais pessoas adicionando coisas pequenas, entendeu? Que vai agradar outras pessoas, em vez de você só manter esse povo e falar, não, quem quiser jogar que jogue. Muita empresa, muito jogo fecha por causa disso, entendeu? Então, o jogo é esse, quem quiser jogar que jogue. Não é muito assim que funciona. A empresa precisa de grana, precisa de gente jogando e gente que gosta do game. Então, tipo, algumas ideias que funcionem que traga resultado pro game, pode ajudar muito mais o game do que só manter estagnado no que tá, entendeu? Já tem quantos anos? Lançou em 2023, né? 23, 22, alguma coisa assim. 3 anos que tá do mesmo jeito, com 20 mil pessoas jogando. Só que no lançamento ele foi para 80 mil pessoas jogando e tá do mesmo jeito. Então tem alguma coisa errada, tem que melhorar alguma coisa aí, você consegue me entender? Aí eles estão fazendo a divulgação do campeonato, mas não é todo mundo que quer jogar campeonato, pô. Eu mesmo não quero jogar campeonato, entendeu? Eu não quero jogar campeonato, entendeu? Você quer jogar campeonato valendo lá? Você quer jogar pro player? Profissional? Você não quer, você vai só assistir, entendeu? Mas isso não vai mudar o quê? Entendeu? Vai trazer mais jogador? Pode ser que traga, mas não é todo mundo que tem tempo para jogar profissional, entendeu? Fui chamado para jogar? Não, da hora, é legal, entendeu? Mas você não foi por quê? Quase 3k de hora. Não fiz literalmente. Alguma coisa te impediu de ir. É o que eu tô falando pra você. Não é todo mundo que joga que tá afim de jogar profissionalmente ou tá afim de entrar num campeonato. Entendeu? É isso que eu tô te dizendo. Tem gente que só quer aqui e se divertir, passar tempo, quer ter alguma coisa pra fazer. E o jogo só expõe o método, é o que eu tô tentando te explicar. O jogo faz de tudo pra ficar só competição o tempo todo. Você precisa de uma coisa pra ter alguma coisinha no menu pra tu fazer, alguma coisinha pra tu melhorar, pra tu, entendeu? Não só mudar o personagem. Sim, pra ganhar o dinheiro eu trabalho, eu também, pô. Se fosse viver de Final, se fosse depender de jogo pra viver, eu tava embaixo da ponte com o PC lá. No gato. Então assim, tipo, o que eu digo pra você é isso, entendeu? Não focar só no competitivo, beleza. O CS é um jogo que todo mundo joga como se fosse competitivo, né? Mas você vê quantos que se sobressaem pra jogar no competitivo? É minoria, cara. É minoria, porque exige muito do cara, entendeu? Claro, você jogar no competitivo aqui o primeiro Major do T-Finals vai ser tranquilo, mas os próximos vai ser presencial, aí vai ter que ter patrocínio, aí tu vai ter que ir pra lá, porque na hora que começar a rolar um dinheirão grande mesmo, aquele dinheirão mesmo grande, tipo 1 milhão, 900 mil, 500 mil, daí pra cima, aí, mano, vai estar todo mundo de olho, quem pode estar cheatado, quem pode não tá, os PC vão ser tão... Porque prende os jogadores. O resto são detalhes. Não, sim, mas é igual eu tô te falando. Tipo, eu já tô jogando há o quê? 1 ano e meio? Assim, entre pausas e vindas. Mas tipo, eu já tô meio que querendo abandonar, entendeu? Tô querendo meio que largar, entendeu? Porque, tipo... eu gosto de jogo de sobrevivência. Eu gosto de jogo Battle Royale. Eu gosto de jogo mata-mata. Eu gosto de jogo desse estilo, entendeu? É bem da hora. Então... eu acho que só faltou uma coisinha ali em questão de arma, entendeu? Tipo, melhorar as armas. Eu acho que as miras são muito bosta. As opções de arma, eu acho que você tinha que ter a opção de ir com 2 armas no mapa. Se quisesse jogar de sniper ou trocar pra pistola, entendeu? Uma pistolinha ou sniper de longe, entendeu? Eu acho que tinha que ter essa opção. Não, mas não é trocar jogabilidade, pô. É adicionar coisa. Adicionar, você não muda a jogabilidade. Você muda a jogabilidade se você tirar. Adicionar, o cara vai usar se ele quiser. Você tirar, você tá matando o jogo. Eu já vim, aí já vira outro jogo do jeito que você falou. Outro Call of Duty BF. Não, mas não tem nada a ver. Call of Duty BF não tem nada a ver com o que eu tô falando. Eu nem curto Call of Duty, nem curto BF, nem CS. Odeio. Nem curto. Mas falar a verdade pra tu, eu nem sei como que é o menu desses jogos que você falou. Porque tipo assim, o Call of Duty eu entrei uma vez pra jogar com um colega, eu nem mexi no menu. O BF nunca joguei. E o CS eu jogava na época do CSGO. Nunca nem joguei o CS2. Entendeu? Então são jogos que eu não conheço. Entendeu? Eu não tô defendendo esses estilos de jogos pra trazer uma coisa pro The-Finals. Tô falando que o The-Finals faltava alguma coisa tipo de personalização, entendeu? Não só skin, entendeu? É isso que eu tô querendo te dizer, tipo de mira, tipo de você poder deixar um estilo um pouco mais a sua característica, entendeu? Então, e é isso que é o ruim, entendeu? Tipo, eles dão, vamos supor, o pesado tem aquela armona ruim pra burro pra perto, entendeu? Vamos supor, aquela arma pesado, aquela grandona que ele segura assim, vamos supor que ela seja super ruim pra pesada. Mas aí que tá a questão, vamos supor, se tu trocou pra arma secundária, tu vai ter 1 minuto ou 2 minutos pra poder voltar pra outra. Tudo tem jeito, você tá entendendo? Então, só que tipo assim, são situações, igual você tá longe, você tá lá atrás, correndo. Aí o cara tá pegando a caixa lá, pô, você tem a opção de mudar pra sniper, pra tentar dar um tiro no cara, entendeu? Isso ia balancear um pouco essa questão de, eu tô de pesado, mas eu não posso pegar sniper, entendeu? Isso que eu queria te dizer. Entendeu? Então você tá vendo o cara pegando a caixa lá, você tá correndo de pesadão, mas você só tem a porra do lança-míssil. O lança-míssil, na maioria das vezes, não dá dano nenhum, o cara continua pegando a caixa. Acho que sempre vai haver vários tipos de opiniões, entendeu? A minha opinião não é regra, entendeu? Sim, mas se você já tá no mapa, você não tem como mudar e já era. Entendeu? Isso que eu tô falando. Tipo assim, você ter a opção de usar um acessório para diferentes situações, dessa forma que você citou. Vamos supor, se você pegou pesado, você tá preso ao pesado, pô. Mas você não tem a opção de usar sniper, entendeu? Tipo, você não tem a opção de usar um AKM, entendeu? Por que isso, entendeu? Eu acho que isso taxa muito a classe, entendeu? Deixa muito taxado. Então o ponto é para outro time, simples. Mas aí você tá vendo num modo, casual game. Mas tipo assim, você pode ver que como que os caras jogam competitivo. Se os caras pensam dessa mesma forma que você tá falando, os caras não pensam, os caras vão pensar, pô, vamos fazer de tudo para arrumar um jeito pra gente ter a opção de chegar longe e chegar perto com as ferramentas que a gente tem, claro. Vou fazer com que o jogo oferece ou perder. Faz parte. Não, claro, é o que eu tô te dizendo. Mas é isso que eu tô te dizendo. Vamos lá, mais uma questão. Existe classe armas para diferentes situações. Só que você é penalizado, na maioria das vezes, em situações. É isso que eu tô querendo te dizer, entendeu? Vamos supor, se você tá de leve e sniper, você é penalizado. Porque aí você não tem skill de corpo, de força nenhuma pra você segurar tiro frente a frente. Entendeu? Ah, você é rápido, beleza. Mas é só isso. Dentro de uma sala, você de sniper é um cara de AKM. Entendeu? Isso nós estamos falando no modo casual. Mas agora pensa no modo competitivo. No modo competitivo que você não pode mudar de personagem. Você só tem a opção das armas secundárias. Mas agora pensa se o cara pudesse mudar de personagem e de armas. Como que ficaria muito mais dinâmico se todo mundo pudesse mudar ao mesmo tempo. Por quê? Ah, a gente tá tomando um ataque aqui. Não, muda pra tal coisa porque isso vai ser melhor, entendeu? Não, vamos mudar pra isso porque isso vai ser melhor. E todo mundo mudando simultaneamente. Ia ser muita coisa, muito louco, mano. Ah, viraria casual nada, pô. Aí tu tá levando pro outro lado. Nada a ver. Competitivo é competitivo, casual é casual. Sim, mas aí que tá a questão. Se você tá com a caixa dentro do ambiente, tá só você vivo e você precisa ir lá salvar a caixa, são situações, pô. Aí tu que tá defendendo o jogo demais, pô. Tu que virou fanboy. Acho que tu virou fanboy demais e tipo, não tá entendendo o que eu tô falando, entendeu? Sim, mas como que você vai escolher? É isso que eu tô te falando. Como que você vai determinar, sendo que você não sabe com o que seu time tá? Você vai determinar por situações. Ah, beleza, o mapa. O mapa é aberto. Ah, vou pegar uma sniper. Tá, mas aí vamos supor que o pesado puxa a caixa ali pra dentro do canto ali do ambiente. E você tem que entrar aí dentro desse apartamento agora. Você tá de sniper, tem 2 pesados. O que você vai fazer? Não, mas eu não falei que eu quero que o jogo fique igual pra me agradar. Eu tô falando que eu acho que o The-Finals faltou alguma coisinha no menu. Entendeu? O The-Finals é um jogo bom, é um jogo da hora, é um jogo com uma trocação muito massa, é bem competitivo, é bem dinâmico, é bem divertido. Mas eu acho que faltou alguma coisa no menu, entendeu? Em relação de arma, você melhorar um pouco a arma. Não, mas de aceitar perder, mano, quem joga FPS tem que saber. Quem não aceita perder não joga FPS, pô. Entendeu? Acho que tu que não entendeu o ponto que eu quis chegar, entendeu? Tu que tá defendendo demais o método do jogo e não conseguiu entender o que eu quis dizer, entendeu? Tipo, da mesma forma que eles podem adicionar uma arma nova, eles podem adicionar uma mira nova, é isso que eu tô querendo te dizer, entendeu? Em vez vamos supor, da AKM só ter mira curta, ele poderia botar uma 3x na AKM, isso que eu tô querendo te dizer, entendeu? Melhorar um pouco o menu para você ter opções de equipamentos, entendeu? Ah, mas aí você tá tirando, mano. Tu tá... Não, tu tá levando pro outro lado. Joga jogo de campanha que tu é protagonista. Claro, o jogo é solo, mano. Ninguém tá falando que o jogo tem que mudar conforme a sua escolha. Entendeu? Tem várias opções de jogo. Eu acho que cada um joga o jogo que quer. Mas eu acho que cada um tem uma opinião e cada um tem que respeitar a opinião do outro. Eu respeito a tua opinião, entendeu? Eu respeito a tua opinião da forma que eu penso no jogo. Só que tu tem que respeitar a minha também, entendeu? Você consegue entender? Não, você que tá interpretando errado o que eu falei. Leia o chat total desde o início. Volta o vídeo. Veja desde o início o que eu falei. Eu achava que o The Finals precisava de uma coisa, uma cerejinha no bolo, uma coisinha diferente no menu. Que seria uma personalização de arma, não só mudar skin, só ficar adicionando personagem, criando características. Você falou, mas o The Finals o foco é no combate. Eu falei, sim, claro, o jogo é competitivo e tal, só que eu acho que para atrair mais gente, o jogo deveria agradar um pouco outras pessoas, porque já tem 2 anos e o jogo tá do mesmo jeito. Vamos lá, tô repetindo tudo que eu falei para você. Para isso, eu acho que deveria ter algumas coisinhas, uma mira, uma opção de você mudar, entendeu? Para uma arma. Eu tô jogando aqui, mas eu vou ser penalizado se eu pegar uma sniper, eu vou ficar 2 minutos sem poder pegar minha arma primária. Alguma coisa do tipo, entendeu? Tipo, estudar alguma coisa para ficar um pouquinho mais dinâmico para algumas situações, entendeu? E aí, leia o que tu respondeu para mim. Tem que aceitar perder. Aí viraria casual. Mas faz parte. Já viraria jogo de outro jeito. Call of Duty, BF, CS. E daí pra mais. Não, sim, eu entendo. Mas você tá vendo as minhas expressões. Não, sim, mas é o que eu tô te dizendo, pô. Se você não consegue se expressar na escrita, então muda a escrita que você tá botando, porque o que eu tô conseguindo entender é isso. Ou então se você falar assim, Wender, tipo assim, eu penso dessa forma. Eu entendo, respeito sua opinião, mas eu acho que se fizer tal isso, se fizesse isso, ficaria dessa forma. Se fizesse isso, talvez não ficaria tão legal, entendeu? Tipo, eu acho que cada um tem um jeito de se comunicar, claro, né? Mas do mesmo jeito que você tá me escrevendo uma linha por vez, eu tenho direito de interpretar uma linha por vez, entendeu? Tem que acertar perder, ué. Olha aqui, aceita a derrota. Tem que acertar perder também, ué. Joga jogo de campanha que tu é protagonista. O que tu entende disso? Eu tô lendo, pô, não tô vendo você falando. Você consegue me entender? Pode ser que você tá falando na maior naturalidade possível, numa boa, entendeu? Só que eu não consigo interpretar dessa forma, entendeu? Você falou que quem joga FPS não quer perder. Não, eu não falei que não quer perder. Eu falei que é ruim perder. Quem que gosta de perder? Eu falei, é ruim você ficar perdendo direto. Você quer ganhar pelo menos uma vez, né? A cada 10 partidas que você joga, você quer ganhar pelo menos uma, na verdade? Mas agora pensa comigo, já pensou se você tivesse instalado o jogo desde o início que você jogou? Você tá com 3k de hora. E se você tivesse só perdido, você estaria jogando The Final? Não tô distorcendo. Eu tô falando realmente o que eu falei. É horrível você jogar o jogo e ficar só perdendo. Entendeu? É horrível você jogar o jogo e ficar só perdendo. Porque você tá jogando também porque você quer ganhar. Não?
I have many names. I go by many names.
Welcome back. Refreshed? Ready?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Did you spend the break studying the format, studying the groups?
Oh, just a little bit, yeah. And I was watching as well. Those
games. Sim, pô, pode clipar aí, pode clipar e volta o que eu falei.
Really surprised me.
Volta lá o que eu falei.
Yeah, now we've got the middle of the pack, 8 teams remaining.
True, fighting over the final 2 spots. You know, there's a lot on the line, but not that much to fight for in terms of slots available. Final 2 spots, Artie, what are we looking at?
E mais um detalhe, o que eu disse é o seguinte, eu falei, é horrível você jogar um jogo que é competitivo, sem estar com um time, sem estar, né, com uma galera assim que já tá formada. E você fica só perdendo, entendeu? Que é ruim. Ontem entrou um cara na live, eu esqueci o nome dele, eu acho que isso é Benjamin, acho que é Benjamin. E ele falou, cara, é horrível jogar com iniciante, entendeu? E aí é horrível jogar com iniciante, é horrível, que não sei o que, e começou a atacar pau nos iniciantes. Aí eu falei, cara, sem o iniciante, o jogo não é o que ele é, pô. Porque o iniciante que vai virar um jogador. E, tipo, você não pode achar ruim jogar com o iniciante, tipo, e culpar o cara. Pelo cara não jogar bem ou pelo cara não tá tendo um bom desempenho na partida. Quem é culpado é o jogo. O jogo que é o culpado. Eles que não estão selecionando nível de patente ali pra poder jogar um contra o outro. Tipo, você pega e bota um cara com nível 80 com um cara level 1. Aí é sacanagem também, entendeu? Mas aí você, que é level 80, você condenar a porra do cara que acabou de instalar o jogo, que tá tentando jogar, que tá tentando aprender sobre o game, você começar a julgar o cara, aí é foda. A culpa nunca é do jogo, é sempre quem está jogando. Depende do olho de quem vê. É igual falar mal de uma arma. Ah, depende, pô. Depende. Entendeu? Tipo, depende muito. Eu não vejo dessa forma, entendeu? Eu vejo que o problema é do jogo. O problema tá separando, tá jogando iniciante com um cara veterano. Não existe isso, entendeu? Todo jogo tem uma classificação de patente, pô. Não tem. Você pode entrar em qualquer jogo de FPS que você vai cair com o cara do teu nível ou o cara próximo ao teu nível. Não tem essa de você cair com um cara que tá jogando há 5 anos o jogo e você acabou de instalar. Entendeu? Tipo, eu vejo dessa forma, entendeu? Então, na minha visão, nem sempre a culpa é do cara, é do jogo. Então, mas que iniciante que joga isso? Ranqueado ou competitivo? Esse é o problema, entendeu? É foda. Ó, já tem os finalistas ali.
And then, of course, we had AFK and Gore, which is Gorillas took that one 2-0 there as well. And after that, of course, we then had to check for the other side of it. The people here who were at the bottom area here, we have TS and EMG. Again, TS and Twix, which is Tweakers. They played, as you can see, down here. And it was Team Secret off-stream that won their final round. They earned that turquoisey blue color. So they are proceeding to phase 2. And of course, down here we have Citadels and Wind. Was that Wind?
Wing
Yes.
It.
Wing It, there it is. Yeah, Wing It. They should do Wing. That'd be kind of nice. But anyway, yeah, Wing It there, who actually won their match off stream. So, now we proceed, of course, to the very final area right here, which was our sudden death. The sudden death here pulled through Emerald Grinders, as you can see here. They pulled through Gorillas. They pulled through Tweakers and Citadel Gaming. Those are the ones here in these squares. When we go through to the very end of sudden death, we have Emerald Grinders and Tweakers, who took theirs in the top spot. And the players, the team that finished first were able to choose in phase 2, if we have phase 2. Boom! Nice. They were able to choose where they were placed here into phase 2. Now, the reason for this, of course, is because when we proceed later on, these matches here are not elimination matches. These players here, if they win, they proceed into a best of, it's a best of 1, 3 versus 3. This group here proceeds into a best of 1, 3 versus 3 as well. The teams that lose will go down to the lower brackets right here, as you can see. So for this one, from this one for the culmination, the teams that finish, the team that wins here will go all the way over here. This is this is your invitation to the Grand Major, all the way over here. And of course, if I'm not mistaken,
acho que todo mundo tem sua opinião.
You know what? When we get to that point, I'll guide you through it, okay? For
A
now,
opinião
the
dele
TLDR
é a
is
principal
top
do
2
mundo, é
teams, best
regra
of
e
1.
vale pra tudo.
They proceed
Não é
for, I
assim,
think
cara.
that's the
Cada
invitation.
tem sua opinião.
Top 2 teams, they
O cara
proceed
tem a opinião
and they
dele
fight
lá.
for that best
Igual eu falei pra
for that
ele, cara,
invitation.
eu
Anyway,
respeito sua
there it is.
opinião,
Okay,
mas eu
thank
não
you.
penso
Amazing.
dessa
I
forma.
totally
Eu
understand
penso
how this was,
assim,
you
assim,
know.
assim,
I'm so happy
expliquei pra ele.
and
I'm more
very
confused.
excited to
Entendeu?
see
Igual a sua opinião,
phase
você falou,
2
também respeito a
of
sua
the
opinião,
course
mas eu
qualifiers.
penso de uma outra forma,
I'm
entendeu? Eu sou um
nervous.
cara
I'm
que
genuinely nervous for everyone.
I am a little
eu
nervous too,
trabalho
but
pra
I
mim,
mean,
eu
this
sou
entire day has
empresário e eu
been me
vejo
being nervous,
as
so I
coisas
don't know if anything
funcionando
has
de
really
uma
changed.
forma
I'll be at
diferente,
the edge of my
entendeu?
seat the entire day,
Como o dinheiro
barely
entra, como o
breathing,
dinheiro
and tomorrow
funciona.
it's
E
probably
eu
going to be
vejo
the
pouco
same
mais
again.
sobre
There it is, and of course, I'm definitely
questão
ready to get into this
comercial,
one. So
sobre
2
o
groups
finals,
are left
entendeu?
remaining, 2
Tipo, eu
invitations
vejo o
left
público
for
em si
the Grand
dos
Major, and
outros
of course, we'll
jogos
do nothing but less
que,
to bring it over
se
to...
você parar para olhar, aqui ó, se você parar para olhar, beleza, vai ficar igual. Vai ficar igual outros jogos, ó. Vai ficar outros jogos. Vai ficar. Mas isso igual aqui, ó. Esse igual aqui, ó. Esse igual aqui, ó. 1.200.000 e 392.000 pessoas jogando CS. Você consegue entender o que eu quero te dizer? Que se você botar algumas coisinhas no menu, você consegue pegar uma fatia desse bolo aqui. Tá entendendo? Você consegue pegar uma fatia desse outro bolo aqui, ó. Ó. 260.000 pessoas jogando. Se você consegue pegar uma fatia desse bolo. O The Finals, ele já foi lançado. Ele já foi lançado, ele já foi divulgado, ele já foi jogado por muitos streamers grandes. E ele tá no mesmo jeito. É isso que eu tô te dizendo. Então, tipo assim, algumas coisinhas que você pode adicionar como melhoramento de alguma coisa ou alguma coisa no menu que atraia outro público, não vai atrapalhar a gameplay dentro do mapa, entendeu? No menu ou skins raras que você pode pagar, que vai ser só sua, ou que você pudesse fabricar uma skin, entendeu? Esse jogo que eu jogava, que eu falei pra você que é o Badlanders, ele tinha uma opção de você fabricar skin, entendeu? Cara, e era dinheiro pra tu fabricar uma skin, velho. Tu tinha que entrar no mapa, jogar, coletar dinheiro. E tipo assim, se o The Finals tivesse uma moedinha que você coletasse essa moedinha e conseguisse fabricar algum item com essa moedinha, você consegue entender o que eu tô te dizendo? O público do The Finals é um pessoal mais velho. Pode dar uma vasculhada na comunidade. O pessoal não gosta. Não gosta e não quer. O jogo pareça com CS ou qualquer tipo de jogo. Mas eu não tô falando que o jogo tem que parecer com CS, mano. Tu tá focado nisso, pô. Então, tu tá focado. Eu não tô falando da gameplay, mano. Não tô falando que tem que fazer modo CS 4 versus 4. Não tô falando isso, pô. 5 versus 5. Bombe A, bombe B, pô. Eu tô falando que eles tinham que fazer alguma coisa pra você ter, tipo, igual no mapa, vamos supor. Se você fizer uma missão no mapa, estoure 70 cilindros em uma partida, você ganha uma moeda tal. Dessa moeda, você junta 30 moedas, você vai ganhar uma caixa pra abrir e pode vir uma skin. É isso que eu tô te falando. Falta uma coisinha, velho. Não só você entrar e jogar e trocar de skin. Você consegue entender agora o que eu tô te falando? Já fizeram isso com o terminal ataque e tiraram na passada. Então, aí mas bota o trem e tira, velho. Tem que ser uma coisa que fique, que renda, que vire propaganda. Entendeu? Eu tenho que conseguir um item pra mim poder fazer um vídeo no YouTube e mostrar pra galera que vai assistir, pra galera interessar e querer jogar o game. É isso que eu tô querendo te dizer. Não adianta você botar uma temporada e vai uma meia dúzia de cara e faz um vídeo e fica por isso mesmo. Tem que botar no game e deixar, pô. Ou vai virar o Super Pipo, bota um trem, tira, e depois bota um trem, tira, bota um trem, tira e fecha, vai, abre. Com certeza, ideia eles devem ter. Com certeza.
Oscar.
Hi. Game that's upcoming. 5 Fears, Team Secret, Sign Esports and Tweakers. Let's go down the line. Artie, what do you think about the lineup?
This is going to be insane to see Team Secrets and Sign yet again. I mean, this is a rematch of the ages. I mean, we look back to the Group B cash out. It was kind of crazy because we also in that list we had Beamers and we also had who else?
Tipo, o que eu tô te dizendo não é modo de jogo. O que eu tô te dizendo são recompensas.
Now we've got Team Secret Sign up against 5 Fears and Tweakers. This is a stacked lobby, Jerry.
Yeah, and speaking of Emerald Grinders, who have had
eu
to
não
deal
acho que
with
deve
these
mudar
guys
o modo
before,
de jogo. O
they
modo de
had the
jogo é
luxury of
único,
winning that
pô.
game
Eles
just
inovaram,
before the
pô, não tem que
break.
mudar.
They
Mas eu acho que faltou recompensas, faltou uma coisinha que você pudesse ganhar dentro da partida. Tipo assim, faça 20 partidas e ganha uma tal coisa. Os caras buscar isso, entendeu? É isso que eu tô te falando. Mate um cara, sei lá, jogando no abismo. Não só a recompensa da Steam, cartinha da Steam, pô. O jogo tinha que fazer isso. Porque senão fica tiro, porrada de bomba, vai lá, temporada, compra skin, põe skin no personagem, fica bonitinho no lobby, entra pra partida, pô, ganhou, acabou, ganhou. Entendeu? Ô, Rodrigo, a conversa tá boa, mais tarde eu colo aí.
You know, whoever
Mas eu
doesn't
vou
ban
encerrar
Soul
agora,
is left with it
Tem
at
que
the end.
fazer
They
umas
really don't want to go
paradas.
there.
Tamo
It
junto.
seems to be the least
Ligadão aí.
favorite at the moment. And it's a shame
É
because
nóis.
I love that map. I
Desculpa aí se
want
eu
to
falei
see
alguma coisa
Soul
que tu não
on my
gostou, tá?
screens. But yeah,
Acho que
I
todo
think
mundo
it's
tem
going to
sua
have to
opinião,
take
você
some
tem a sua,
forcing
tem a
out
minha.
later down the line.
E assim a gente vai levar.
Absolutely. And that map has
Beleza?
so much
Valeu, é nóis. Tamo
soul
junto.
to it. But yeah, we're going to Fortune Stadium. We're going to see which one of these teams is going to be able to make it through. Figure